Now we're live. So, um, um, shalom, everyone. And well, where are we at here? Shalom, everyone. Of course, no one is watching yet. I guess it's still too early. People are in the bed here. Actually, what time is it there?
In South
In South
Africa,
Africa,
it's
it's
15:45,
15:45,
15:45. So that's
45, which means
3:45.
quarter to
quarter to
4.
4.
Okay, okay, 3:45 p.m. And it's
Yeah.
8:45 a.m. here. But nevertheless, I want to welcome you guys. We're going to be dealing with today, what are the parallels, or is there parallels between the apartheid in South Africa and slavery in America? And we understand that we went through similar things. Uh, both was awful. I know it was awful for my ancestors over here, but the thing, before I go any further, I want you guys to introduce yourselves to the listening audience. We have four people already have come on, so I want you to introduce yourselves because I would just butcher your names. I will butcher all of your names except Suyahu and Stephen. So you two gonna have to help me out a whole lot. Come on in, Rob, and
Can I
closer.
go
Can I
first?
go first?
Sure, sure. Whoever you choose to.
Okay.
Okay.
My name
My
is
name is
Nonte.
Nante.
I'm
Nante.
from
I'm
South
from South
Africa.
Africa.
From South
South
Africa,
Africa,
KZN,
KZN,
KwaZulu
KwaZulu
Natal.
Natal.
I'm from a
I'm
Zulu
from a
tribe.
Zulu tribe.
You
I don't know if
said
you're aware.
Keza.
KZN,
KZN,
How do you
KwaZulu
KwaZulu
Natal.
Natal.
how do you spell that? The KZ.
No, the
No, the
KZN is
KZN
actually
is
an
actually an
abbreviation
abbreviation
of
of
Gotcha.
KwaZulu
KwaZulu
Natal,
Natal,
where Zulu
where
people
Zulu people
live.
live.
Now, let me say
Do you
this.
Do you
understand?
understand?
I don't understand, but I understand Zulu. I did a little
Yeah.
Yeah.
background check, on the Zulu tribe, and the Zulu tribe is actually from the tribe of Yehuda, Judah.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
I know, I know.
You
Yeah,
know,
I
you
know.
know that?
From the
from
tribe
the tribe
Yahuda, I already
Yahuda. I
know
already
that.
know that.
So
Yeah.
I'm
So
from
I'm
the
from the
Zulu
Zulu
tribe
tribe
from
Yes.
from
KwaZulu
KwaZulu
Natal.
Natal.
KwaZulu
KwaZulu
Natal is a
Natal is a
province
province
A
of
of
providence.
Zulus.
Zulus.
Yeah,
Got
it's a
you.
Yeah, it's
province
a
of
Got
province
you.
Zulu
of
people.
Zulu people.
Got you. Very interesting culture. Very interesting culture. I
I
remember.
I
know.
know.
I remember the movie. I love that movie, King Shaka Zulu.
King
I've
Shaka
watched
King
it.
Zulu,
Shaka
yeah.
Zulu,
King
yeah.
Shaka. So he was a
One of
real
our
One of
king.
our
king.
king.
He was one of your kings, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the movie?
Yes, I
Yes,
do.
I
I've
do.
watched it
I've
many
watched it
times.
many times.
Did they portray him right? Did they portray him accurately?
Honestly,
Honestly,
because
because
when
Air
when
clothes are bad.
he was
he
still
was still
alive,
alive,
Who said air
I
clothes are
was
bad?
I
not
was
even
not even
born. So
born.
I
So I
cannot
cannot
surely
surely
say
say
it was
it was
100%
100%
correct or
correct or
whatsoever.
whatsoever.
So
So
honestly, I don't want to
I
say
don't want to
much
say
about
much
it
about
because,
it
Ask me
because,
about that.
but when you
but when
follow
you
the
follow the
history,
history,
sorry, these kids
sorry, these
are
kids are
disturbing me.
disturbing me.
I figured it was the children. It's all right.
But I,
I
I ran out
I
of the
ran out of the
house. Now they're
house. Now they're
following me
following me
outside.
outside.
Okay, that's all right. That's what children do.
So when it
So
comes
when
to
it comes to
Saga, there are
Saga,
so many
there are so
kings
many kings
we've had
we've had
before.
before.
We've had
We've
kings
had
before
kings before
Shaka,
Shaka,
but Shaka
but
is the
Shaka
most
is the
famous.
most famous.
I
Shaka
don't
is the
know
I don't
most
know
much,
famous.
but
much,
I know
but
he
I
was
know he was
the
the
hero of
hero
the
of
Zulu
the
tribe
Zulu tribe
as they
as they
portray
portray
him.
him.
The hero. Well, the
That's all I can
movie,
That's all I
say.
can say.
yeah, the movie certainly portrayed him as a mighty king.
A
It
warrior.
did. A
Yeah.
warrior. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, I'm gonna move on to.
Yeah, but okay, it's
Go
another one.
ahead. I'm sorry. Go
It's fine.
ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Never mind, because I was about to say something else regarding the Shaka issue.
Sit down,
Because
Rachel.
what we were told is Shaka defeated the British army, but when you go down to history, it was actually not him,
Okay.
but
Okay.
his brother or or something. I don't know. Something is similar to that.
That's all
Yeah.
right. Now this is I'm gonna have to ask you to do this before I move on to Klinani. Klinani. Did I say that right?
Inani. Yes, yes. Yes,
Kanani,
yes, yes.
Kanani. Okay.
Inani. Yes.
When if you guys have any background noise or anything, one of the people that is watching saying that they hear a echo. So kind of like mute yourselves if you're not speaking
Okay.
till till we call down. Okay, Kilanti, you gotta forgive me, man. I
Ah,
can't
no, no,
do.
no.
I
Many
can't
people,
do.
many
Listen,
people speaks my language.
I can't do my tongue like that. Cluck, 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 cluck.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Go ahead. Introduce
It's
yourself and tell
difficult
us
for
a little
even
bit
people
about you.
who. Sorry?
I said, tell us your name and tell us a little bit about you.
Inani Mkize. I'm also from KZN as well. From the Zulu tribe as well. Yeah. And I grew up in a place in rural areas here, and yeah, network is a bit unstable at sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay. All right. Stephen, come on, Stephen.
Yes,
Tell us a little bit about you and pronounce your full name.
yes. I am Stephen Diteko Mokwena, and originally I'm from Limpopo, but I'm born and bred here in Kimberley, Northern Cape.
Northern Cape. Northern Cape.
Yes, Kimberley, Northern Cape, the capital city of the diamond. It's Northern Cape, Kimberley.
Got you. Got you. That's where you're from. That's where you live, also, right, Suyahu? In Kimberly. That's where you're from, also. Okay, for the
Yes, sir.
listening audience, I know they have seen you many times. Our little group on Facebook, they've seen you many times, but still, just tell us your name and introduce yourself. Okay, we lost Kanani.
Okay. Shalom, family. Shalom. I'm Suya Mayer.
Maya.
Okay, my original name is Susan,
Right.
but I changed my name to Suyahu Mayer. It's my surname. Yes. I'm also from Kimberley, where Stephen is from, the Diamond City, Northern Cape.
The Diamond
I'm
City.
originally Diamond City, yes.
Is that a reason why they call it the Diamond City? There's a lot of diamonds there.
Yes.
Rich in diamonds.
But I don't know if
Yes,
you heard
yes.
about
No.
the star where the British, the biggest diamond that was found in the Northern Cape. The British stole it. It's still there in their museum.
Is in their museum.
Yes.
Man, I tell you,
It came from the
all they do is steal, kill, and
yes.
destroy.
They're
That's
savages.
it.
That's it.
They're savages, but they have the
Yes.
audacity to call us melanated people savages. But we know who the real savages are.
You're not gonna
You're not
believe
gonna
what they
believe what they
called me. I think
told
it
me. I
was
think it
a
was
day
a day
ago.
ago.
They said I
They
must
said
go
I
back
must
to
go
the
back to
bush
the
where
bush
I
where I
belong.
belong. I seen that post yesterday when you posted that they said that. And I wanted to ask you about that. How did that make you feel?
I was so angry because I had to go crazy on a comment. I
Yeah.
was so crazy because it's not the first time being called names by a Gentile. Even on TikTok, yes, there's currently a case going on right now. There's a little black child, a girl, 7 years old. She was raped last year, no October, at a white school. And the principal seems to be the suspect because everything points at him. He doesn't want to give his DNA. He's the only person
He doesn't
among the
want to give his
suspects who
DNA.
doesn't want to give the DNA.
Well, he did it then. He did it.
Yeah.
If he
And
doesn't want to give his
white
DNA.
folks, the white folks are defending him.
Now, the thing about it, and I know we're gonna get into the deeper issues concerning the apartheid and slavery. Is there anything you want to ask them before I go on? You know,
Not yet.
okay. It's just a few weeks ago. Well, I think it was last week, a week before last one. You know, my son's son, which is my grandson, was on the bus, and he was called a. I don't have time for N words. I say it just like it is. And he was called a nigger by a little white boy on the bus. So you know how he's being raised. You know what I mean? And and I think my grandson, they told me that they pushed him. You know, when that stuff happens over here, those are fighting words for us. Sometimes for some of us not so much, you know. But we know that racism and this type of hostility will always go on until Yeshua come back. And the reason why I say that is that because the scriptures tells us that Esau will have a perpetual hatred for Jacob, and we are Jacob. Let I lost Konani. I lost him. Maybe he could
He
call
did
back
say that
in.
he's unstable.
Huh?
I'm saying he did say that his network is a bit unstable, so I think that's the problem.
Say his network is a bit
Okay, maybe
unstable.
he'll call back
So
in
it's
then.
always the case in the rural areas.
Okay, maybe he will call back in. Um, um, I tell you, Stephen, I am really interested in because you look like the oldest of these. You look like the oldest, so I'm sure you have some memories concerning the apartheid and how our people, meaning you guys, how you was treated out there. And I want you to be raw about it. I mean, I don't care nothing about censorship and stuff because they have wanted us to conceal our voices long enough. I want you to be raw about it. I want you to just tell it just like it is because things are about to come to an end anyway. Did y'all know that? And I think I mentioned it on the live yesterday, but it's not in the mainstream news. Don't y'all know that the World Court have declared those fake-ish people illegal occupation in Palestine, the whole land of
Yeah,
Palestine.
you mentioned something like that.
Yeah,
I remember you mentioning something like that, yes.
yeah, but you're
Obviously, it's
not.
not going to be on mainstream
It's
television because
right.
they're not going to expose them like that.
Right. They are not going to do that because they own all the mainstream news stations and outlets anyway.
Mm.
You know, they own all of
Yes.
them.
Yes. They're all
Yeah.
captured.
Yeah. So, but
Yeah, they
yeah,
are captured.
the world court. I mean, some of the judges and stuff that was talking about it. I think they have what, like 10 judges.
It's something like that.
The world court. Some of them was crying, talking about the atrocities that these people have committed. Huh. What's that, Rob? What you laughing at?
Crying about what?
What?
Because you've been found out.
That's probably what they was crying about because they've been found out. I don't know. I don't know. You know, Sue. I know that you mentioned to me that before I get to you, Stephen. Sue, I know that you mentioned to me about you have a Caucasian friend, which is totally fine.
Yes.
Tell me, how is that
Yes.
relationship and where is she in her understanding concerning all that has happened to us?
We met through Yahuwah, right? It was recent. I think it was last year. In my opinion, what I can say is that she's authentic, right? She knows who we are, where we are coming from, and she does not agree with what we did, what we went through,
She don't
right?
agree with it.
Say again.
She doesn't agree with it.
She doesn't agree. She doesn't like what we went through. She doesn't like this thing of racism. They have a lot of black people that are coming to their houses and
call them their family and stuff like that. I can really see from my experience that she's not like the others. Because
Okay.
honestly, what I can say here, where I've experienced, there is especially the Boers, ne? You in our by our side, you get the white people that speak English, and you get the ones that only speak Afrikaans, which is their language,
Okay.
which is the language that they oppressed us with. They forced us to also to speak. Yes, you get those ones that are really, you can see they are racist. Nothing and no one is going to change their minds. Those are the ones that went to Donald Trump to go in and report us that we are
I
stealing
suppose.
arms back as if it's their property. But they are the ones that came to steal our land. They found us here.
Right.
They came to colonize us this side. And they stole our
Because they
land,
are
as
stealing
Deuteronomy
from
28
now
says
till today.
in verse 33, that Yahuwah is gonna make us those people are going to take our lands, and we're going to cultivate the lands, but we're not gonna eat of that fruits. That's what we did. Do you understand? It was our land, but they came to steal it. Now they are reporting to Donald Trump as if we are the perpetrators. We are the ones that are stealing their stuff.
But you
We
know
are
what
just
though?
claiming what belongs to us.
But you know what though?
That's
It doesn't make any difference what they report to Donald Trump. Even though Donald Trump is
Yes.
on their side, he know that they are still thieves. But he's still gonna go on
Yes.
their side because Esau sticks together.
Yes. True
You
that.
know. So
Yeah, and I
tell
just want to add, you mentioned something about your nephew being called a Negro. Yeah, in South Africa. If somebody calls you
not a Negro, a nigger.
a nigger,
Yeah.
yes. Now with us here in South Africa, if somebody calls you kafir, it's the same as nigger.
Really,
Now the white
Kaffa?
people used to
Yeah.
call, they still
Yeah,
call
they call us kafir.
spell it.
You spell
They
that.
used to call us monkey.
K, it's
They used to,
Kaffer, kafir.
Let me get my pen. Hold on. I've never heard that before.
Nah.
I never heard
so
that
we
before.
are called kafirs here. They call us kafirs. And it's an offense because
Like you
of
are
our
also
hair.
Who?
with the nigger thing, it's the same with us.
I don't know.
Exactly, hey?
Hold on. Okay, so what is it for me to do? Then Rob can't hear.
Nah.
Okay. He says I'm getting a bad echo. Check it now. Check it now since I've turned this stuff down. I want you guys to spell that for me. Hold
K
on.
for K for kilo.
Okay, spell that.
K for kilo.
K, okay. K,
A
A,
double F
F, F,
I
I,
R.
R.
Yes, R. S in R.
Okay.
Yes,
Kefir. And
yes.
Kafir.
And
okay,
if you
this
use that word,
Kefir.
if you use that
Kafir.
word in South
Okay,
Africa,
listen,
it's a
hold on.
criminal offense to use that word. The word
We got
kefir
it
is a
back.
criminal offense.
That
Yes.
that means that means what now?
It's a criminal offense.
If you
Similar
use that
meaning with
word
Negro.
kefir,
Okay, and so if someone call you that, that's a criminal offense. That's what you're telling me.
yes, it's a criminal
Yes,
offense.
you
You
can
Yes.
can't
take
use
somebody
that
to
word
court.
I can press
because
charges
of
if you call me
you.
a kafir.
Yes,
Really?
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yep.
Are you still getting the echo? Okay, well I won't be able to hear. I turn them out,
That's
turn it down.
that's actually not that's actually not the only thing
We're trying to
they
cure
call it.
this. Hold on for a minute. We're trying to
Oh.
stop this echo. The listeners saying that they hear a bad echo. A bad echo. Let me let him.
I think we should mute. If you don't speak, you must mute.
No, hold on for 1 minute. You got a Mac. Let me find it. There it is right
I
there.
ain't got no big screen.
All right. What you
There you go,
gonna
right
do
there.
now? We got to kill this echo. I wonder why none of the listeners haven't said anything. Well, it went down to about one now. Okay.
I don't know what it would be.
Hmm.
Just use echo, but you can't do it.
Okay. I don't
We are
know. Okay, just see that we have an echo now. Let me turn my mic down a little bit.
It ain't your mic.
It's the speakers.
It's these speakers bouncing to your mic because you got it so loud. That's why I tell you when you got interviews like this, you gotta wear a headphone.
Well,
But we can hear you clearly.
okay. So, but y'all are not hearing. Well, they won't hear an echo, will they?
Mm-mm.
Okay, it's just the
No,
listeners.
I actually do hear the echo.
You actually do, Donald. What did you do here?
Yeah.
Yeah, cause that one, this was
don't
the,
find this side. No echo.
huh?
Oh, I just hit you.
Okay,
Yes.
your volume is a little loud. Saying my volume is a little loud. So I'm gonna turn down my mic some.
He said somebody said it's feedback.
Okay, can you guys still hear me?
Yes, I can hear
And
Okay.
we
you.
can hear
You
you.
okay on my side? You okay? I can hear you clearly.
Okay. What about
I
the
can hear
echo?
you
Is that
also.
problem solved, Donald? Is that
Yeah, la.
is
Yeah.
better?
Lula
A
mfizila.
little bit better. Okay.
Uthula
Well,
umsindo.
you can talk, man. You can ask some questions.
Man, I'm just.
Okay. All right. Where were we? We was on that word kefa.
Kafir.
Kefir.
Kafir. Kafir.
Kefa.
Okay, I call kafir.
Kefa. So
Kafir.
that is equivalent to nigger here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But if someone called you that, you can actually file charges.
Yes.
Yes, you can press charges
So it was
because of
okay.
because he is not supposed to call you by that name. If you
Really?
use that name, yes, you can press charges and criminal charges will be laid against that person, particular person.
Okay, so what can be done to that person after the charges are pressed? What is the fallout of that?
He can be sentenced. He can be sentenced because of that word was being used in the apartheid era.
Got
But
you.
no one, yes, no one is
Got you.
supposed to use it. No one is supposed to use it now. But you will find some other people, especially the whites. Some of them were in town, uh, in other places around northern Cape Kimberley. They're still using that word kefa. And the people that are working under them, our brothers and sisters, still working at the farms, and the people that have employed them, they still call them by that name. Hey, these Kafirs. Hey, these by you they say niggers, but they call us blacks and they are insulting us by all means by using that word kefir.
Isn't that something?
They've called us monkeys as well.
Monkeys.
Yes,
They've called
that's the
us
word
monkeys as
monkey.
well.
Yeah,
They say
we have.
we are black. They say we are black monkeys, and of which we are proud black people. I'm a proud black South African. I'm proud to be black. I'm born black and I'll die black.
They
I had to
they
tell an I had to tell this other guy who said that to me. I said it's funny how the DNA of Neanderthal was found in Gentiles, not the black people,
That's right.
and I was
That's
blocked.
right. They do have Neanderthal blood. Now let me tell you this, and you guys, we should have been. I should have been have done a live like this or something like this because you guys have a lot to say. So you're getting a
A
lot off
lot.
of your heart, and I
Mm.
appreciate that. You're getting
Can I
heard.
can I tell you something? Even
Sure.
regarding our schools, my kids are in a white school. and they are not in the same they're not in the same class with the white kids.
So they separate.
Blacks
See,
aside, yeah,
let me tell you this.
blacks aside.
Let me say this right here. Let me say this right here. You know, our people fought over here for against segregation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They wanted to be equal. They wanted to sit at the white counters and all this kind of stuff. You know, but segregation was the best thing that ever happened for us. And now our people are trying to go back to it. They want to go. They want to be segregated now, because the black minds over here, and I know a lot of white people won't accept this or whatever, but most of the modern inventions that the United States and perhaps even the world enjoy now came from the minds of our people. And so they had to bring these people in. Let's do away with segregation. And they came from these old lapidated schools that we was in and all that kind of stuff. But our people was brilliant in their inventions, in their thinkings, in their minds, because we actually have the mind of the Most High. And
Yeah.
so because of what our people was doing, then I think that that's why they hurry up and done away with segregation and made us come in so that they could keep an eye on us and steal things and all that kind of stuff. Because
Yeah.
most of the modern inventions come from our people. Our people. You wouldn't even have, just like Sister Sue Yahoo, you're sitting in your car, and I'm sure that car has an automatic transmission. A black
Yeah.
brother invented the automatic transmission. He invented that. But we are never told these things because we are not looked at as a high valued people, even though we are a high valued people. They can't live without us. They think
They
they
can't.
can.
They
They
cannot.
They
cannot.
can't.
They can't. They cannot even live without
They
us.
cannot.
That's the reason
Mm.
why. That's the reason why also they eat our children.
Yes. Because they know what we have in our blood, in our skin. They
Yeah.
know the properties that comes from us. Yes.
Yes. I mean,
We are
they
not just
literally.
a people.
Huh?
I'm saying we are not just a people. We are
Right.
a highly favored people, made in the image of Yahuwah. He knows why. And that's why Yahuwah also gave us strict dietary laws, because he knows what is good for us
Mm.
as
Yeah.
melanated people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. True,
I
hey?
taught a message one time to our people, and I kind of titled it, "Stop eating Esau's food." Stop
Yes.
eating Esau's food. And so many of us over here, we struggle with that because, man, we love the ribs. We love that kind of stuff. But what I was going to say, but I gave it all up. No, no, no pork here. But
Yeah, me too.
what I was going to say about when you brought up about the Neanderthal blood and all that kind of stuff, you know the commercial. You know the commercial. Before, to them, the caveman was really, really dumb, a dumb being. You know what I mean? But once they found
Mm.
out that they had Neanderthal blood in them, now you see the Geico commercials like the caveman is really smart. Y'all saw those?
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Have
That's what
y'all
they
y'all
are doing now.
have y'all saw those commercials?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Geico
I've
commercial.
seen one.
The caveman in the airport with his bag on, like he's fixing to travel and all that. But before he was really dumb until they found out that's where they come from, caveman.
Yes.
And they
Yeah,
showed
they
us
are.
all this
Yeah.
stuff. They showed us all this stuff when we was kids and stuff, but we
Mhm.
never picked it up in new things. Programs like the Fred Flintstone.
Mm.
You remember those programs?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Those shows, they showed us all of this stuff. And what was the other guy name? Um, Captain Caveman. They were showing us these things all that
Mm.
before my time. Huh? That was before your
Just we're
time?
never paying attention.
And I don't know,
Just
I'm not sure
we're
if it's
never
the
paying
book of
attention.
Obadiah or is it Joel that also talks about the people that are living in the cliffs of the rocks. So he's referring to
I
them.
think it's Joel 3. But we can look real quick
Yes.
if y'all
Okay.
want to, because I want to read some stuff anyway. Let me pull up these scriptures right here. Let's go to Joel 3. Oh, you think it might be Obadiah?
Yeah, it's one of the two. I'm not sure. Can I just also get my scriptures?
And I have my Bible on the phone, the one I'm
Yeah.
using.
I'm going to put this up where you can see it on the screen here.
Thank you.
Can y'all see that?
Nothing on my side.
I know you guys probably can't see it, but our listening audience, they can see it. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can see this. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can see this Bible. It's turned to Obadiah. Obadiah. And I'm going to read, I'm going to start at the first verse. Because it's just one book and it's very short, right? Yeah, well, it's not that short, but it has 20 verses in it. But let me just read some stuff from Obadiah here concerning our people. And by the way, the colonizers don't like this book.
Mm,
The
mm,
colonizers
true.
don't like Obadiah. They don't like Joel 3. They don't like Zechariah. They don't like
Revelation 3.
Ezekiel. They don't like the book of Enoch. They don't like the book of
Yes.
Jubilees. They don't like Jasher. They don't like any of these things
Yes.
because these books really
True.
pronounce their doom and it really states who we
Yes.
are. There are certain scriptures, even in
Yes.
Even
Revelations,
the book
that
of
they don't like.
even the book of even the book of Enoch.
They
They don't
they
like it.
they don't
I
like it.
remember on TikTok, the book of Enoch. Because I remember on TikTok, there's a guy who said, "Don't believe everything you read in the book of Enoch," because Enoch was an Inonaki, and he said,
Anunnaki.
"I'm an Inonaki too." Yeah, and he called me an Inonaki too.
He called you that? He called you
Yeah,
that? I'm about the Giants.
an Inonaki.
Tell them, please.
Yeah, it's
He
in the
said
book of
black people
Obadiah,
are Inonaki.
chapter 3.
I think they're talking about you. What do you think? No, it's he picks that stuff. But let me read these scriptures here. Let me read these
I'm in
scriptures.
verse 3.
It says, I'm
Yeah.
gonna start from verse 1. It says, the vision of
Okay.
Obadiah. Thus says Yahuwah, allure of Idomia. I have heard a report from Yahuwah, from the allure, and he has sent forth a message to the nations. Understand this. Obadiah is saying that Yahuwah is sending a message to the nations. To the
Yes.
nations. It says, arise ye, and let us rise up against her to war. Behold, I have made thee small among the Gentiles. Thou art greatly dishonored. The pride of thine heart has elated thee, dwelling as thou doest in the holes of the rocks. That's what you was
Yes.
talking about, right?
Yes.
This is
Yes.
the
My
Septuagint.
my
The Brent.
my
This is
hallelujah scripture says the clefts of the rocks.
Yeah, but actually,
Mm.
this is the Brenton Septuagint, and I heard a guy say that it is the closest thing to the original, the Brenton Septuagint.
Okay.
I think Yexer
Okay.
said that it's the closest thing, so that's why I chose to use this because even though it says cleft, it's actually a cleft is actually a hole. A
Yes.
cleft is something that you
Yes.
can
Correct.
walk off. So they really didn't dwell in the cleft; they dwelt in the holes of mountains.
Like a
Yes.
cave.
Cavemen.
In the caveman, and
Yes.
that's pretty much where Esau found them when he mixed his
Yes.
seed with them. Found them in holes, But now
Yep.
I do want to state this, and then I'm gonna let you guys talk some more here. Let me take this thing down. I really want to say this right here. What we are saying and what we are discussing today, many people, even some of our people, would try to shut us down because they would say this is hate. This is hate speech.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
It's racism. They call it racism.
You don't love each other. So why are you talking about this? I just wish they would stop with that and allow us to speak, allow us to talk about what we've went through and what has happened to us. And I think that the reason why they don't want to hear us speak because the things that we are speaking are actual is actually factual. It is not something made up. So I think we need to speak because there's a lot of trauma on both sides. Trauma in us coming from our ancestors in slavery, and I'm sure all what happened to our people, you guys out there, there's a lot of trauma. But there's one difference. There is one difference um, in you guys' trauma than ours. And the difference is that you guys are more closer. You guys still feel the pain even more than we do today because ours stopped in 1865. You guys, and it's still somewhat going on, it's just slave and shackle in the
Yeah, we're
mind
still
now.
struggling.
And you guys just,
Mm.
they got rid of it in 1994, which didn't really get rid of it, but you stopped.
Mm.
So the trauma is more closer to you guys, and for that you have my sympathy and my palau, my prayers, because our people have went through some devastating stuff.
Yeah.
Judah has. So
It
I
does.
want to
It
hear
does.
from you, Quinny, Klenani.
Yes, yes.
I want to hear from you. What do you remember about the apartheid? How old are you? You don't mind me asking. I tell you how old I think you are.
Um, yeah. Tell me.
What, maybe 30, maybe 30, give or take.
Very something.
Very close. 32.
You 32.
Still young.
Yes, I'm 32.
It's still young.
Black don't crack.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Go ahead.
You got that right.
Go
I'm
ahead.
still young, and also on my side, having didn't really experience any apartheid, is except that the things that are happening recently, and because there are still things that are happening. Because if you even look at the word apartheid, it means separate, and if you look at that word, we are pretty much still separated with white people and black people. I was listening the other day that a person can rape a black person and a white person, but can be sentenced more for raping a white person more than a black person.
Mm.
And I was like, black people are made to feel like they are less of uh, people than the white race. And we still experiencing some things like at work you will be, yeah, like the other guy says, you also experience some white people calling you monkeys
Calling
because
you
they're
what?
afraid of using the calling you
Monkeys.
monkeys.
Monkey.
Yeah, they still call their workers monkeys, and I was working for someone who was like that. And yeah, now I'm not working, no longer working for that person. But yeah, I've experienced that in some places, but no, not growing up.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah. Man, but you didn't experience that growing up because you're kind of young, but I know Stephen did, right, Stephen? How old are you, if you don't
Yes,
mind me asking? I'm not gonna ask these ladies their ages. They might be just like these American ladies over here don't want to tell their age, even though they look much younger than I bet you they are much older than
I,
what they look. Because that's where it
I
is with
think
us. But go ahead. I want to get to y'all in a minute. Go ahead.
I think the ladies won't divulge their age because of you can't ask a lady her age.
So that's the way that is over
And
there too, huh? I just thought that was an American thing.
no, it's also here. It's also here. But
Okay.
I am 47 years old,
47.
and yes, 47. I'm turning 48 this year.
Oh, okay.
So
48.
yes, yes. And well, as Punani have said, some things are still happening, and we still experience it. But you will mostly found it in the rural areas. But in my experience, what I have experienced when I was in school back then, we have fight for books to receive books. We didn't. We were in a class, and in that class we are about 50, and we have to share textbooks. So we are fighting for those books that we must get the books that we cannot share. If you want to do your homework, you have to go in groups and go and share one textbook. But we
Even
fought
now,
for that. Yes, it's still happening. It's still happening. So
even
we
now.
fought for that, and even the police, the white police, shoot at us. They shoot at us using live ammunition. And some of the
It's
girls that were in the same school with us, they were being raped. We tried to hide ourselves in the ceilings, and they shot at us in that ceiling. And most of them they fall on the tables and they were raped. So while we were
really.
running away, I'm telling you, my brother, these things it happened and they are so painful. Some of us are still, most of my friends, some of them are crippled now as we speak. They don't have a job. Some of them have turned into criminals now. Some of them they don't want to go and work, but they are so
Traumatized.
clever. Yes, but you know what happened? The apartheid era for us, it's painful up until now. We have to stand in queues to receive money, our people, grant money. We have to stand in queues to go and shop. And the saddest part is our, our people, the white people that we are talking about,
Let me
the
get you
white
to
people.
mute your mic, sister. Let me get you to mute your mic. Go ahead.
My
The
son
white
will be
people
the
are
end
still
of me.
Okay, go
the
ahead.
white people are still mistreating us, and they still call us names. Even if you go to a police station, you don't have to, they will ask you, can you write your statement by yourself? Even though you can't write that statement, and they want it to write it in their language. The language that they are using, they say Afrikaans, of which most of us, we are not Afrikaners. We are mixed people. We talk Tswana, Sotho, Zulu, Xhosa, Pedi, you name them. But they will want you to write that statement in Afrikaans, of which some of our parents can't write and read.
Let me say this right here. Um, they are not Afrikaans either. They are Dutch. That's just the name that they've
Yes,
given
Hmm.
themselves to occupy
yes,
your
Europeans.
land and to put it as close to African as they possibly could. They are not Afrikaans. African. They are not that. They are Dutch people.
yes,
And it's time for our people
yes,
to begin to say what it is. It doesn't matter what they like to be called. I'm calling you what you are. That's what you are.
yes,
And so you want to call
yes,
yourself Afrikaan because you know you are illegally you have illegally occupying this land, stolen it, 1600s or whenever it is that you got it. You're still not Afrikaans. You're Dutch. That's what you are.
Hmm.
And when we
Hmm.
stand up and make a
Yeah.
stand and say things what it really is, and then we are the troublemakers in there. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say. Our Father is looking down, and he knows who's right and he knows who's wrong. And so, what
Hmm.
our people have to do is stop fearing, because it sure is a lot more of us than it is of them. And the only advantage that they have on us is that they have the guns, they have the tank, they have
yes,
the artillery,
yes,
and that's what those bullies uses. You know what I mean? But if only thing that our people have to do, a lot of stuff will end, and it will end really really quick. I don't know. I don't know how many of you guys that are in the awakening. Um, I know Sue Yahoo is. Give me your name again, sister.
No, Ntle.
Dante. Are you in the
Yeah.
are you in the awakening?
Yeah. I am. I actually was awakened last year
Last year.
by my sister's husband last year. Yes.
Praise to Yahuwah. What about you, Plenani?
Yes, yes, me too. And yeah, Sister Suya has been a great help to me as well.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
I applaud you,
There are
sister.
so many people
With my
here in
sister.
South Africa who's
I'm
not
gonna
even
get to it.
aware.
Yeah.
There are so much
I want you.
people who
You
have
better
been
know.
All
awakened.
praises to the
All
Most
right, hold
High,
up.
Yahuwah.
No, I'm talking about we. I'm just.
I'm gonna get back.
No, don't say that. He's saying that I'm not saying anything. I'm just amazed that I'm talking to fellow brothers and sisters in South Africa in
Yeah.
real time. So I'm just taking it all in.
Okay. Well, what
That
about you, Stephen? Are you? Have you experienced the awakening?
Yes, I did. Sister Susan, uh, she talked me into that, and she explained everything to me, and she makes me so wise. But she's a clever lady. You have to listen to her properly, because of whenever she speaks,
She
you must
clever.
listen, and she will sit in your face and say, "Hey, I'm saying this and that and that and that." So you have to listen and agree with her. But the words that she is talking to you makes you feel like God is with you and Yahweh is with you now, as in
Yeah.
now.
Now,
Hallelujah,
But
Yahuwah.
I'm gonna
yes,
tell you this. Let me tell you
Hallelujah,
yes,
what I
Yahuwah.
heard. Let me tell you what I heard. I heard that he
Praise to
says
the Most High.
she is a clever woman. Now you know that's one thing to be smart, and that's another thing to be clever. Clever stands above smart, so that's how she got you. She's very clever, huh?
she is clever, and you know, she is very clever.
Oh,
I can say, because of
Just like my cousin
I'm her
William.
elder. I'm Susan's elder, and she was like, "Brother Stephen, come sit next to me and listen to me." I was like, "Hey, this young girl is calling me to order and say, come sit next to me." And you must know, I'm sharing the same name with his late father, but I told her to call me daddy because of I'm sharing the same name with his father. So she was like, "Hey, brother Stephen, come sit next to me and listen to me. I have to say something to you. I want to share this with you. I want you to open your eyes." So I have to sit and listen. But what she was talking to me make me
Keep
open my
it.
eyes.
Yeah,
You see,
that is
and she's
great.
very clever
That
and
is
smart.
great.
Yes.
And Sue Yahoo, I praise
sir.
Yahuwah for your persistence.
Hallelujah, Yahuwah.
They
She's
often
doing a
call
great job,
people
okay?
they often call people like us pushy. That's not pushiness.
Yeah,
That's persistence.
yes,
It's
Not only
persistence.
yes,
pushy, but
yes.
crazy. I've been called crazy.
Yeah, crazy also. Crazy also. And you have to be able to take it all.
They
You
said
know
I'm
what I
crazy.
mean?
No?
You have to be able to take it
And
all because we
I,
are of the tribe of
I'm a
Yehuda.
bit short. I'm a bit short tempered. That's
You a
my
bit
problem.
what?
Because if you call me crazy, I go crazy for real.
What did she say?
Nah, she just said you have to be careful what you say because she said you call me crazy, I'm gonna go crazy.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. Let me ask you guys a question. Have you read the book of your forefather where you come from? Now, of course, we come from the tribe of Judah or Yehuda, right? Have you read what he
Mm.
had to say?
Apocryphal books.
What did you say again?
Mm.
The book, the book of Judah, Yehuda. That's our father. That's the tribe we come from.
Mm.
You guys
Yes.
need to read
Yes.
that book and see what our father had to say to his
Oh,
seed that's coming after him.
Mm,
Now, when you
yeah.
explain yourself, Nanchi, Nanchi, I'm trying to say your name. I'm terrible with names. Nanchi,
What did you?
no, okay, I'm here.
Nanti,
Non.
Nante,
No,
no, Nanche,
yeah, yeah,
Nanche.
Yes.
better.
Gotcha,
Yeah, just
Nanche. When you said what you said about when people call me crazy, then I go crazy, it reminded me of the book of our father, Yehuda,
Yahuda.
what he wrote.
we are the very we are a very arrogant tribe, honestly. Zulus are
And
very arrogant.
and we are no.
Yo, you can
I
say,
didn't say that.
you
I didn't
can
say that concerning arrogance.
say that again.
I said that because Yehuda was a fighting man. He
Yeah.
was he was
Now I
real
understand.
crafty in his fighting. He and
Yeah.
Yehuda is the leading tribe today. The leading
Mm.
tribe. You see, it's just like what the Bible says. I hate to call it the Bible. It's just like what the scrolls says
Yeah,
in
brother says
Ezekiel
so.
37. Because Ephraim is against Yehuda, and Yehuda is against
Mm.
Ephraim. Ephraim being the northern tribes, the 10 tribes. Yehuda is made up of course, Yehuda, part of
Can,
Benjamin
can,
and
I- can, I- can,
Levi
I-
and
can
stuff.
I just stop? Can I just stop you right there? You just mentioned something that triggered
Okay.
me.
Okay.
Because as I'm from South Africa,
Mm-hmm.
and usually South Africans, the black South Africans, will have a beef or fight with other black people are in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's currently happening right now. I don't know. I ask myself why, because we're all black. Why are we fighting against each other? Mostly South Africans will fight with Nigerians all the time. And I ask myself why. I even said, guys, come on, we are all black. And then when you mention that,
Yeah.
maybe I kind of get it now.
Let me say this. The colonizers done that. The
Mm.
colonizers, because Nigerians and South Africans,
I
the
won.
Nigerians are from Yehuda also.
Yeah, it's what I said, I think 2 weeks ago. I was talking
Yeah.
to my sister. I
Yeah.
told her
They from.
it's like brother and sister, we're fighting as a
Yeah.
parent. If you have two
Yeah.
kids, they always fight.
Yeah, and and see that's what they kind of like did to us over here in slavery. They
Mm,
pitted us against one another. They took the lighter skinned
mm,
slave and treated him a little better
mm,
than the field slave
mm.
because he was a little darker. And so we come up fighting. This reason we have this complex about skin color. Today. So they purposely done that, and the reason why the
It's the same
colonizers,
issue with Africans.
huh?
It's the same issue. The complexion is also the same issue on this side.
Yeah, yeah.
I,
But
I was gonna I was gonna add there, when it comes to complexion, there is a race that is called colored this side. I
I've
know you
heard of
guys
that.
were called colored before,
Yep.
yeah, but with us it's actually a race. It's a lighter skin race with a more nicer hair. The hair is not so coarse, so they call
Hey,
colored this side,
When
right?
I heard
So
that,
those people, so those people were actually more closer to the white people,
yep.
Mm. I think
right?
they are mixed
Yeah.
raced.
So they were
Let me say
treated
this.
better than us with the more darker skin, with a more coarser hair.
That brighter skin. I want you to talk about
oh, can I explain? Can I come
Yes.
in there?
not the bootleg. You don't. I
Uh,
understand that what you're talking about,
can I come in
and
there?
go ahead, Stephen.
What Susan is trying to say, um, how is the colored people, uh, uh, let, let me say, form? From where are they coming? How is there a colored person on earth?
White people are raping our people.
Thank you.
Mm,
Yes.
Thank
mm,
you, my
mm,
brother.
mm.
That's why there is the
Yeah, that's
colored.
true.
That's why from that side, in America, that side of yours, they call you Black Americans, and here we are South Africans. We don't say uh, uh, Black South Africans or colored South Africans. We say only we are
Black,
South
black.
Africans.
Yeah, yeah, South Africa. They
Yes,
even they even
but
made it about.
mostly I say there is that Renaissance. Renaissance is a word that we use in history in the Bible also. It means rebirth, but our people must be proud and say proudly, I'm a South African. That's why I sing that song always. They must be proud of their blacknesses. They must be proud to be South Africans. As long as they are happy, as long as they feel safe wherever they are, but they must be proud. Nonta just said that Hore, they are arrogant Zulu people. She's talking the truth. They are arrogant and respectable. They are
Go
very
there.
respectable people, and they
I
like
don't take
people. They will host you. They will host you if you
I
come
we
to
don't
their
joke
place.
around.
Ah,
We do not joke around. We do not joke around. My tribe is hard. We come at you hard. You touch one of us,
yes, I
we
know.
come at you.
I know that. I know that.
We,
Your
I
tribe
can
is
say
hard, and you're
I
coming.
can say we are the most dominant tribe
Are you,
in South
are you
Africa,
sure?
not
Are
only
you,
in South Africa but Africa as a whole.
But let me say this.
nah,
Let me
not,
say
not.
this. Let me say this. So, Stephen, what tribe are you from in South
I am a
Africa?
pedi. I'm a pedi.
You a Pedi?
I am a northern Soto. Yes, northern Soto.
Okay. All right. Now look at this right here.
But but my mom is a Xhosa.
Closer.
My late
Part of
mom is a
Nguni, part
Xhosa,
of Nguni
and my
tribe.
father, my
Mm,
father is a Pedi. Originally, I'm from Limpopo, but I'm born and bred
mm.
here in Kimberley, Northern Cape. So I always talk Xhosa and always talk Pedi and Afrikaans and Soto and Tswana, English also.
Okay. Now let me say this. Now Zulu, don't you get hot about what I'm fixing to say.
Sorry.
Listen. All right. See,
honestly,
that's
honestly, honestly. Okay, go on.
this is the problem.
No,
You
say,
This is the problem. Among our people, there are only 12 tribes. So if we're going
yes,
by any other tribe name or whatever, the colonizers have done that to put us against each other
yes,
and fight.
true,
Yes,
Among
true.
our
yes,
people,
Because
yes,
what I've actually learned,
all around the
yeah,
world, there's only 12.
what I've actually learned, and I was quite surprised to discover that the Zulu tribe spreads across all over Africa, Tanzania, Zambia, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, I think,
Burkina Faso,
and Zimbabwe.
In Zimbabwe
That
as well, yes. There are more Zulu
well,
people in
Zimbabwe as
Zimbabwe,
well.
just as,
That's
yes, they
how
speak
huge
fluent
Zulus are.
Zulu.
say again,
but I think
Kwenani,
I
There are
I think
more
the
people
places that
in
not
Zimbabwe that are raised up speaking isiZulu, like their
Zulu.
first language. Yes, yes. I heard
And
that
see,
from another brother from Zimbabwe.
yeah, and I knew it was a
Yes, yes.
beef between the Zimbabweans, and those that are in South
In South
Africa.
Africa.
Yeah,
Yeah, there is.
I watched a couple of clips about that, and I said to myself, that is just foolishness. It's just foolishness
It is.
because that kind of
It
stuff
is.
go on here
Was done by
also.
colonizers. Mm,
And it goes on here also.
mm,
But there among our people, there are only 12 tribes, and if we can
mm.
find and
Which tribe one belongs to?
our go ahead, say it again.
I said, if we can find which one belongs to, will be better,
Yeah,
because this tribe have the colonizers have divided our tribe
have
so many times.
and gave you the names Zulu or
Mm.
Kizzy and all that kind of stuff
Xhosa,
to split us up.
baby.
You see, but when it come down to the Most High, it only matters to
Mm,
Him the tribe name that He gave you and the bloodline.
mm.
And see, and that's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
reason why they call us black people. They group us with every
Mm,
other black. There are black Hamites. There are black
mm,
Egyptians. Those are not our people. Those are not our
yes,
people, even though they are black. The Most High looks at the bloodline.
yes.
And we
mm,
got,
mm,
Can
go
mm.
I
ahead.
can I just
True.
add this?
Of course.
Can I just add this while you mentioned about the Hamites?
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I said I want to come on this live, I want to make
Right.
things clear.
Make
Right?
it
There's
clear,
a lot
sister.
of people. Yes, there's a lot of people, our brothers and sisters on your side, on the other side of the world, that call us as Africans. I don't like to label myself as black, as African or whatever. I'm Yasharal. That's what I say.
Yes.
So there's a lot of people that say the whole continent of Africa is Hamites,
No.
right? There's a lot of
Yeah,
charts going around. There's a lot of charts going
not only
around
Hamites.
saying they distinguish Asia is Japheth, Africa is Hamites, USA is Shem.
Actually,
That's what they
a- actually,
concluded.
actually, actually,
So
I don't know whether
I need for us to clear up this thing because they
no,
feel
no, it
that
has to
the
be cleared up.
awakening is only for them.
All right.
The
Let's clear
awakening is
this up.
only for them, and we are Gentiles. We are not part of the awakening.
What people are saying that? Americans?
There, there's a lot
Americans.
of Americans that are saying, like I'm saying, like I told
I
you,
don't
that
know
I'm
if
in
you
a
know.
lot of
I
groups.
think it's Miss Chris or something. Christ to Christ, Chris, a black lady who always have a duke around her head on TikTok.
What's
She
her
said
name?
she didn't say we are Hamites. She said we are. I forgot the name, but I will remember. Okay, somebody can just proceed while I am trying to
Yeah.
recall the name again.
Yes, I'm
um,
in this group called Yahuwah is the way, the truth, and life, right? There's a admin lady that likes to post charts, right? I think her name is Lady Ann or something like that. She is the admin of that group. She's from America. She always used to post things like that, and I remember one guy commented in the comment section asking, now where if you were saying that this chart is correct 100%, where is our brothers from Africa? Because as far as I know, the scriptures tells us that Yahuwah has scattered us in the four corners of the earth, east, west, north, and south, right? So
Right.
if Africa is
Mute your
Hamites,
mic,
meaning we
please.
are not supposed
Mute
to be
your mic,
on
sister. Not Nanchi.
meaning that we are not part of their
Mute your mic.
charts, meaning we are not part of what Yahuwah has said. So in actual fact, she's saying that Yahuwah is a liar. She's making a
Hold on,
Yahuwah
Sister
a
Yahoo.
liar and a hypocrite.
Nanchi.
I just
I'm a,
remembered the name.
let me say this. Let me say this. When you're offline, because it seems like you're still dealing with those children, I'm gonna need you to mute your mic because it's interfering with what you say. I'm gonna come back to you so you can give me that name. Keep it in your mind. I want to finish. I'll let Sister Yahoo finish. Go ahead, sister.
Yes, I was saying, because as far as I know, in the scriptures, in all of the prophets that I've read, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezekiel, Hosea, Amos, they all speak the same thing, that He has scattered us in the four corners of the earth.
Yes.
So if the four
Mm.
corners does not include Africa, meaning we're not supposed to be on the earth. That's what they are saying. And
Let
they are saying actually that Yahweh is a liar. So I just want to make this thing straight that yes, there is Hamites. I don't disagree with it. There are Hamites that are located in Africa, but it doesn't make us all Hamites.
right.
Why would
No.
Yahweh awaken us if we're going to be if we know that we are Hamites? Do you understand what I'm saying? I just want us to clear that thing up.
I understand completely what you're saying, and after I give Nanchi, uh, uh,
Yeah,
time to speak, then I want to say something to what you said, Sister Yahoo.
Okay.
Go ahead,
yeah,
Nanchi.
yeah. I think it's the lady is called, I think, Christ or Chris on TikTok. She's from America. She said
Celestial.
we are Ishmael.
You
Sorry,
talking about celestial?
I don't know whether maybe, but
The
it's
lady that
written
wear
Miss Chris.
the lady that wear the shawl.
Yes, yeah.
That's
No, not
celestial.
that one. There's another one.
That's another one.
She always wraps a black duke around her head.
I don't know. That sounds like
I will
Egyptian
search
too.
for a video and I will search for a video and I will make a screenshot and send it in your inbox.
Okay.
She
Okay.
said we are Ishmael. Just imagine. She said Africans are Ishmael. They are the true Hebrews.
Look, you have
I had to laugh, honestly.
yeah, and you did right to laugh. That's a lot of just a lot of ignorance
Nonsense.
among us. There is a lot of
Mm.
ignorance among us. You know,
And that's the problem.
the Ishmaelites is actually the people to
The
the
Ashkenaz.
east of you, Saudi Arabia, and you know,
Uh,
a lot of the Arab people.
the
That
Ashkenaz,
those
yeah.
are the Ishmaelites. They're from Ishmael, you know, and
Mm.
but no, people just say stuff without deeply researching it. I hate to say things or repeat things that other people say. I like to go and do my own research and find out is this the
Yes.
truth or not. But no, they are sadly mistaken. And and getting back to what you said, Sister Yahoo, you know, where the Most High said that we will be scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, right? Now, even though the whole 12 tribes is somewhat everywhere now, that prophecy was predominantly, because of free travel and where you want to live, now. But that prophecy was predominantly for the tribe of Judah. That prophecy was predominantly for the tribe of Yehuda, because after the 10 tribes messed up and all that kind of stuff and went into idolatry, Yehuda should have known better to disobey the Most
Yeah.
High. But
Yes.
our people began to disobey the Most High, and so He scattered us. And that is the reason why most of you guys, I wanted to get into that too. That's why you had to experience apartheid. This is why our people had to experience slavery, because the Most High told us that these things are going to happen to us. When you read the book of, when you read chapter 28 of Deuteronomy, pay close attention to what the Most High is saying to us concerning those curses, because it fits us. It fits no other group of people, and he is and he
True.
is and he is definitely dealing with all the tribes, of course, but mostly the tribe of Yahuda. You see, that's who he's really dealing with when he's talking about the scattering. Yehuda is scattered from the four corners. We are in every nation there is. So how could someone say
True.
that Africa only contains Hamites? That's foolish.
Yeah. Exactly.
We're in every nation. We're in
And
Russia. We're in China. We're in Japan. We're
Everywhere.
everywhere.
We are everywhere.
And so
We're all over the world.
everywhere includes Africa. So we're
Mm.
there too. And we are speaking with them. I wish that lady was watching.
true.
What you finna say?
I
And
just want
I
my.
just want to add, when you talk about the
This is
Deuteronomy 28,
arrogant.
the only difference between us here in Africa and the ones that were taken out, it's the only thing is they were your forefathers, your
If you want
ancestors were
my
taken
battery is
out
about to
of
die,
your.
it's 5%.
That's the only difference between
Hold on
that.
1 minute. Not Hold on 1 minute. Let me hear what she's saying.
I just said my battery is 5%. It's about to die. I was not paying attention to it.
You got to go charge it
So I
up.
need to
Go to your charger
I need
and
to
stay
charge it
there
up.
with it.
Okay. All
Hey,
right. Thank you.
if you have background noise,
Okay.
kind of like mute it. If you got background noise when you go inside. Do you hear me, Nanchi? What? How you doing, man?
Yes,
Nanchi. When
I'm
you go
searching for my
inside,
charger. I don't know where I placed it.
okay, I want you, if
Oh,
you
here
have
it is.
back,
I got it now.
she is definitely Zulu.
Got it.
When you have, okay, all right, if you got background noise, what you laughing at, sister y'all? You heard what I
It's actually my mom. It's actually my mom and my sister that are giving me trouble here.
said? I think I like this girl. I'm telling you. You make sure you mute that mic if you got some background noise in there. Not you.
It just went
Okay.
off.
See, I forgot what I was talking about now. Thanks to Nanji.
I was
Nanji.
asking.
She won't mute it for anything, will she? Can I mute her? No, right here, Rob.
That's not you. That's
Where?
the guess. That's
That's her.
yeah.
Where?
I clicked on it.
Oh, she muted.
No, I'm trying to see if you.
I don't know where you did
No, I just clicked on that and that popped up.
this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is, Rob.
No, that's her
But
camera.
this
Yeah, that's her camera thing.
this is she's here though.
Okay.
She's here.
Okay, that's her.
Right here. This is her right
Mm-hmm.
here.
Alright, so yeah, hit that. That's a setting. I don't see anything about muting.
I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, you guys, can y'all guys still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Um, um,
Okay. Go
I
ahead.
was emphasizing on the fact that you talked about Deuteronomy 28.
Mm-hmm.
I know the last chapter in I mean the last verse 68. It talks about irons of yoke being around your neck, and
Mm-hmm.
I just want to emphasize that's the only difference between us that are still here and the guys that was taken out. But everything in Deuteronomy 28, it concerns I wouldn't say every black person because not everybody was
Right.
affected by it, but every one of us that was affected.
Yeah.
The courses was speaking about us, not only the ones in America, the ones in Jamaica, the ones in abroad, should I say. The only difference is we were not taken to another place, but we were also enslaved in our own place.
That's it. That's it.
Yes,
Of course. And and people doesn't understand that. You know,
yes,
when it says that you're gonna have a yoke of iron on your neck,
yes,
he was talking
yes,
about the tribe. If Sue
yes,
Yahoo didn't have a yoke of iron on her neck, but Robin did, it's
yes,
still equivalent to Sue Yahoo had the yoke of iron because we're one
yes,
people. We're one people.
yes,
And so that's what he was talking about. Some people didn't experience things that others did, but we still
yes.
experienced it as a people. As a
True.
people.
That
So,
is
I don't know how people could say, I'm going back to the Hamite deal. I don't know how people could say all of Africa is Hamite. And then like we was talking the other day, Sister Yahoo, or Sue Yahoo, we was talking about, there are so many debates on where the land is, the promised land, the land of milk and honey. I've heard so many things, and well, I've heard two things in particular, but both seems valid. So I don't know per se. I can say what I think, just like I was telling you the other day what I thought, and I don't know,
mm,
but all I know is that the apartheid was really, really bad, and slavery here was really, really
it
bad.
was.
And I don't know that have you guys ever talked with someone personally that the ancestors was slavery, even though our ancestors is y'all's ancestors too. But
Mm,
America was very, very awful concerning slavery. Our people experienced some really hard, awful stuff. We still have recordings that was taken in the 1920s of slaves perhaps still living and telling of experiences. We have certain recordings of that. So we actually heard from people that was actually enslaved and telling how it was. And the stories that the few of them that we have that they tell is so gruesome. It's so awful. It is just awful, man. And I was reading last night, just like, you know, you might not understand. You may think just the slave masters, which being men, were just awful, but their wives was awful too, to our
yep.
people. You know,
Mm,
they would take, because the man, the slave owner would try to rape the people, the women, and all that kind of stuff, and they would have babies, and we call them, well, they called them over here mulatto, right?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all called them colored,
Garlic. Yes.
but we call them mulatto,
Mixed mulatto.
mixed.
Mulatto, yeah.
Yeah, but we was all still called blacks, and
Mm,
we've been called so many names over here. We was called colored, we was called black, We are called African Americans. We're called everything but what we really are, and that's the tribe of Judah.
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Or
and,
Negro.
Yeah.
and yeah, and we call Negro. Now, you do y'all understand the term Negro?
Yes, we do.
What does Negro means to you guys?
I would say kafir the same way, the same as it means to us. The same
Negro?
kafir. Yes.
No, nigger does, not Negro.
Oh, oh, nigger. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, nigger means like what you guys saying the same as Kafa, but
Okay.
Negro actually does. Negro actually means black or dark. And you know,
Oh,
the Spanish term for that is what? Near?
Negro. Spanish is
Negro, negra.
Negro.
Yeah,
Is
negro.
Negro.
You know, so that
Negro.
you know, in the and that was in 16. You know, they've changed the maps. They've changed the maps in Africa and stuff. And that was actually a place in Africa called Negro Land.
yes. There. I think it's where Nigeria's area is. Where by the
Nigeria areas
Nigerian.
and then when
Mm,
you look on down a little bit, you'll see the kingdom of Judah,
yes. Yes. I've
the
seen that
kingdom
map. I have.
of
Yes.
Yehuda. And no, so Negro is not offensive to us. Actually, I looked at I think it was a clip by Ben Israel. You familiar? Sister Sue?
No. No.
Ben Israel?
No. I haven't seen these things.
You haven't seen this clip? And he was talking about how our people, when they was in Portuguese and Spain, they actually named themselves Negro. That was actually our people name, Negro. Negro. And everyone was naming
Okay.
themselves Negro and all that kind of stuff, all of our people. But the stuff runs deep, so Negro is really not offensive to us when you understand the meaning. It'd probably be offensive to someone that don't know the meaning, you know, because Negro just only
Yes.
means dark or black or whatever. But
So uh,
go ahead.
Robert Kelly also has that lyric of "You still my nigga."
Say again.
Robert Kelly still has that lyrics that say "You still my nigga." You
Now,
know that Robert Kelly.
go ahead, Rob. I'm gonna let you handle that.
Oh, Stevie.
I like
Yeah.
Steven. He's real chill. Still my nigga.
You see now, a white person, a Caucasian couldn't say that to us.
Oh man.
They couldn't say that.
Yes.
Still my nigga.
You
Oh,
know.
they can't.
Yeah.
So it's also offensive. Is it offensive?
Now,
Yeah. Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Is it offensive? A
Not
white
to
person
us.
say "You still my nigga."
Not to us. If another black person says it to us.
Yes, that's why I'm going to say "You still my nigga,"
Yeah.
and you will remain my nigga.
Now, Rob, tell them the difference between nigger and niggas, cause that's a difference y'all tell me now. So this younger
That,
generation,
is
they
that
know.
niggas?
So I don't.
Is that niggas and niggas?
Yeah. You got nigga and you got nigger. So if somebody calls you a nigger, we gonna fight. It's gonna be
We gonna-
some. It's gonna be a problem. But if somebody, what's
But
up,
Robert,
my nigga? What's
listen.
up, my nigga? You be like, all right, be cool, but okay,
Oh, I get it.
Oh,
The nigger part is the
yeah.
redneck people that talk that call you nigger. Oh, now I get it.
What you know about a
I
redneck?
He
never
said
heard
the
of the
redneck
redneck.
people.
Hey, Sue Yahoo. I'm curious to know what you know about a redneck. You from South Africa?
Y'all got rednecks?
I used to speak to somebody there in the USA, right?
Yeah.
He was what do you call it? He looks white, but he's Spanish or what? I'm not sure. Ne? And then he
Yeah.
was at work one day when we were talking, and
why
I
is
heard
Robert
this guy
laughing at
saying, "Are you speaking to Kunte Kente again?" And he got offended on my behalf.
you? Yeah, who's that?
Yeah, that's
Who's
what he
that?
said. I was speaking to Putikente again, and you got offended on my behalf, and he was like, "This redneck said that," and that's what I was. Oh, okay. So there's a difference between white people and rednecks. It's like with us,
No,
yeah.
it's not a
The
difference.
redneck.
It's
I
a
mean, I
difference.
mean, I mean,
It's a difference between a redneck and a white person.
It's just like it's a difference between a
no. I
nigger and a
mean,
nigga.
what I, yeah, what
All
I'm
white
being
folk
is
ain't hillbillies.
All white folks are not hillbillies. So
Uh-uh.
hillbillies are rednecks.
Yeah.
yes,
He
yes.
telling me
It's the same
something.
this side.
He,
It's the same this side. You get the white people that speak English, right? And then you get the Afrikaners, the Dutch, the ones that speak Afrikaans. With us, you would say they are the rednecks, the ones that totally don't want black people. They don't have. Remember, I told you about that place here in South Africa where it's only white
Orania.
people. It's called
Yeah,
Orania.
Orania.
All right.
Orania.
Yes.
Anya.
So yeah, those people you can call the rednecks. Yeah, in South Africa.
But
Yeah,
we used to call them Susan. Uh, I think Susan can correct me there. We used to call them the rednecks. We used to call them kalakun. I want the word
Calacun.
that yes, kalakun. I want the word that we are calling kalakun. Kalakun is like a chicken, the big chicken.
a turkey. A
Susan,
turkey. It has that red thing, was there? A
turkey,
turkey.
turkey, yes. So we used to call them the Kalakun because of they were the whites who beat us and they were the
Yeah.
whites who assaulted us. Even if you go to town, you have to use a pass and say, "Here is my Dom pass." A Dom pass is a green ID book that you have to use and go into shops, into whatever places that you want to go to, but you have to have that Dom pass paper on you. So the Kalakuns, the rednecks, they were the ones who were torturing us. So I
Yeah.
still feel I don't know what to say, but I hate them. I still hate them.
No problem.
And I will never change. I will never change. But I love my black people and I still love them.
Now,
But the Kalakuns and some of their children are happy with our children because of they want to mix with our children. Now, if you can go, yeah, some places that they go together and mingle together. They go to these nightclubs together and want to come to our places here in the Lokshan culture. So they want to sit with us and want to eat the food that we are eating. We like to make our poikikos, our braais, our I don't know if you eat dombi and some stamp, whatever the things that we are eating. So they want to eat what we are eating. But now for their parents, it's not the same with the children that they are having. The children want to be with us, but the parents don't want to.
Yeah.
So it's so
that
painful
same
for
thing here.
them. They want to adapt what we are having and what we went through. And most of the children that they are having the Kalakun next, their children are into drugs. They are coming to us here, and the Nigerians are selling drugs to them. They say it's all the South Africans that are selling drugs to their children, of which it's not. It's not because of
Same thing here.
we don't do all of us drugs, and they paint us with the same brush and say we are abusing their children, and their children want to be with us. And we are trying to accept them and show them how did we live and how are we surviving. We are still surviving. Struggle, but we are surviving. But Robert, I think you can also maybe one day you must come to Susan's place. Just come and visit Susan and ask her to take you around here in South Africa, or even Nontle or Tinani also, they can take you around there. Even me, I will help you and show you the places. If you can go, here's a place that they call Batley. Batley West is a small town just around Kimberley. If you can see what those rednecks are doing to our people, they take potatoes and onions, they throw it away and say our people must go and collect it. My brother, it's so painful. Last week I went past there in Batley Road. I was in tears. I tell my friend, even at Tabs, did you see what's happening there? But our people, because of their struggling, they went to go and pick up those potatoes and onions. But if you are such a person and you are a human being, why do you have to throw those things there? You can just ask the people, people, here are things, just come and collect. Don't throw them there and say, let those black people go and collect them there.
Mm.
So I still feel the pain. And the pain that I'm having is not hatred. It's not hatred, but the pain that they are causing us. Even our children are scared for some of the Boers, some of these white rednecks, the so-called rednecks. If you go to town, if you go and live in town, we are people, the South Africans, we like our rituals. I have to maybe nonte or Nani will explain to you. We have to slaughter something.
That one didn't get a chance. Go ahead.
We have to slaughter something. If you stay in town, maybe here when my son I have a son and he's born now, I have to slaughter a goat. What? Those people in town, they will call the veterinarian, they will call the SAPS police department and say animal cruelty, what. But I'm just doing what my culture is telling me to do. And that's what our forefathers did way back. And I still have to follow what they were doing and respect our culture. So the redneck people, they are still trying to insult us. Not trying, they are still insulting us. Even in parliament, they will undermine us. They still undermining us. But now some of our black brothers and sisters in parliament, they are fighting one another. Why? Because of the redneck are the ones who are making them to fight one
Right.
another.
Willie
Right.
Lynch here.
Yes, my brother.
It's called Willie Lynch here.
Yeah. See, that's what Willie Lynch did here. He was a West Indies slave owner, and
Yes.
and the slaves in Virginia was rising up against their masters, their so-called masters. You know what I mean? So Willie Lynch wrote a letter. You can find it online if y'all haven't read it, and he told them just what to do to the slaves here in order to bring down the uprising, so that they wouldn't uprising. And it was some atrocious things that they did to our people. They
My
and
brother,
see. Go ahead.
the saddest part is one of my fellow colleagues was shot in front of me. It was
Oh
last
man.
year, by a white man. A white man shot them in front of me, dead. When we tried to go and arrest that man, we also want to shoot that guy back. I can't divulge other things. We were being stopped and say, you can't shoot him because of why? Because of his white. And the person who stopped us was also a white person who stopped us. But the people who were gunned down were our brothers and sisters, black people, a black woman, a police woman, and a black policeman. They
They
were
were.
shot in front of us. And the white person just, my brother, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't want to
Let me
talk
say
about
this.
it.
It's not fun.
No, it's not fine.
It's
It's
not
not
fine.
fine. And see, that's the mistake that many of our people make, along with them, to say that okay, just forgive it and be all right and this and that, like we have no feelings. And then see, I don't go for that stuff. I mean, I don't go for it. And I can see the pain up on your face. And that's what I was talking about. The trauma that's on the inside of us right now, because what we have went through, what our people have went through, things that we have saw happen to us by the colonizers and this here and that. And we're just supposed to be all right like we are robots. I don't go for how many of our people feel about that, because they've been colonized. That's that white Jesus stuff. Oh, just forgive them and just love them anyway. How? When they keep doing the same thing over and over. When our father say, Jacob I love, Esau I hate. Esau I hate. Now I'm not preaching hate. I'm not going to allow the bitterness to get into my heart where it'll bring harm to me. But you don't get forgiveness until you're truly sorry and ask for it. Is that not what Yahuwah requires of us toward him? The only way he will forgive us is that we come to him in repentance and asking him to forgive us. I'm sorry for my sin. That's the only way he will accept you. So how are you going to tell me that, okay, you got to forgive them because of what they done? They never asked and they're never sorry. We don't understand the scrolls. We just preach it from a white Christian perspective. Don't tell me I hate when I see you have raped my daughter, you have slain my mother, huh? You have brutally killed my brother. My don't tell me how to feel. And see, that's that Christianity crap. And then here come our people. Oh, you just love them and you love them. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. These people can do this stuff without even, just like what you said, what you saw, Stephen. They could do this stuff to us without even flinching. And we supposed to express no emotion whatsoever, like we have been programmed to accept what the colonizers have done. Just like what I was reading last night, all the stuff that they was doing to the children in South Africa, to the youth, and to the people, and then when the youth rise up, then they gonna say the youth was violent. What you call what the colonizers are doing? I don't play with our Hebrew brothers and sisters that is still yielded to forms of white lily Christianity. I don't go for that. I don't go for that. Listen, let me tell you something. The only reason why Yahushua HaMashiach never said a mumbling word is because he came to do his father's will, and his father needed him to be crucified or sacrificed. And if he had stood up and offended himself in any way, it wasn't going to happen. That's the only reason why he never said a mumbling word. He did not say a mumbling word because he was so nice and this here and that. If he listen, when they was desecrating the temple, his father's house, what did he do? Yahusha cut up. He cut up. We don't want to look at that stuff like that. We just want to be all nice and white lily, pretty and petty. Now Yahusha cut up in that temple. But we don't supposed to express no emotions. We've been trained to be that way. Just like I said yesterday on that line, I want justice for what has been done to our people.
It's true, Brother Donald. As you said now, you can see the pain on Stephen's face, and I can
You can
also
see it.
hear the pain in his voice. You know,
Yes.
when I was speaking to my mother, I asked her about the experience that she had with the apartheid. You know, she was talking a lot of things, but there's something that stood out, and you could see that it really hurt her. And she says that it's still, she cannot forget about it. That day,
Right.
she felt like she's nothing, right? She was still working at a company named Renown, and they were on their way to go and do, I don't know what they're supposed to go and do. And they stopped at a certain place. They wanted to go and buy things there. And as black people, they were not allowed to go into the shop. It's only white people. They were made like a passage, only a passage to go in and to buy through like a window thing. Do you understand? And there were so many people to go and buy. And time was running out, and the driver that was driving them, it was a white person. And it got so late that that driver had to come out and take their money to go and buy whatever they needed. And she told me, she was like asking herself, what is wrong with us? Why does the people look at us that way? Are we dogs? Why do we have to stand by a window to go and buy? While the white people can go in and shop and take what they want and go and pay. But
That's how
we
it
have
was
to
here.
buy through a window.
That's how it was here.
So yeah. So it's still traumatizing for her. Even
Of
though it
course.
happened a long time ago, but she never forgot about it.
Yes. I mean, you being
Yeah.
But
So
treated.
it's so painful.
Here's a real human being. I'm speaking of your mother.
Yes.
Here's a real
Yes.
human being, and I emphasize it's real, and you know why.
Yeah.
Here's a
Yeah.
real human being that doesn't supposed to
Yes.
feel.
Yeah,
being treated like that.
imagine.
Stephen is a real human being. He doesn't supposed to feel that. The reason why many of them don't feel because they are not whole human. I'm speaking facts.
Yes.
That's
Mm.
the reason they could kill us like that. That's
The
the reason
half
they could.
breeds. Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
Stephen,
and there are still places in Kimberley that say whites only and blacks only. If you go to Kuruman,
See that?
there are places that you have to go in like a bar. There are places that they say it's for blacks and for whites. And if that place of the blacks is closed, then you have to go to that side of the whites. You can't go in there. You have to ask a redneck to go and buy for you there. But you must know that you don't get your change because of the redneck is going to tell you that that thing is expensive and you won't afford it. But the money that you are giving me, I also have to take from you. So what we are saying, apartheid is not finished yet. Apartheid is still here, and some of us are still feeling apartheid. And
Mhm.
there are some of resources that we still need. Look at our youngsters. They are using drugs. There is no jobs for them. Most of them, they have finished school, but what can they do? They are sitting here at the corners. They are robbing the people. They are breaking into the houses because of there is no jobs that they want to give our youngsters. And it's so painful that these things happen while we say it's a new South Africa, it's new what, but there is no new South Africa. We are still in the struggle, and the struggle is so painful because of most of us as fight for the struggle to finish, but it's still here. And what we are saying now, and what we are talking here on this group here, it's like we family now, but we can't go out and say, hey, let's fix here and try to. We can't. We need other people to help us also. But the people that are down pressing us is some of our people that are standing with the rednecks. And
same
I,
here.
I, I I just want
Same here.
I just want to add something also to what Stephen is saying. He says that apartheid it's not gone. That is 100% true. And unfortunately, we were given freedom in 1994 when Nelson Mandela became our president. But financial freedom we never had.
Yeah,
The
I want to
finance,
emphasize.
the
I want to
economy
say this.
still.
I want to say this. You know, just like what you're saying, and that's the way things are. Given freedom in
Mm,
your own land,
yeah, yeah,
that
yes,
you
yes,
know what I'm saying?
yes,
the
yes.
land, the land that they have took from us, and it's our own land. That land belongs to us. It belongs to our forefathers. And
Yes.
it's my land. Let me say, as a black conscious African, proudly born African, that land is mine. It belongs to my
Yes.
forefathers and it belongs to you also. Even if you are that side, in the other side of the continent, but you are still an African also. We will take you as an African if you come this side. The thing is that these people, these rednecks, I don't think that they feel the pain that we went through.
Of course
They
not.
don't know the pain that we went through.
It's very
So
Yeah.
few. It's very few of them really are sympathetic and feel what we feel.
Mm.
It's few of
yes,
them.
Yeah.
yes,
And
yes.
it's really not enough of them to put a
Yeah.
dent in it or to say that
So
they
as
are.
I was saying,
Go ahead.
yeah. So as I was saying, we got freedom, even though it was our land, but we got freedom because we were colonized. We got freedom in 1994 when Nelson Mandela became our president, the first black president in South Africa, right? But financially, we were never free.
They still control the
Even though we
money.
got our freedom, yes, the economy side, up until now, businesses, they are owned by them. Farms are owned by them. Land is owned by them. So we cannot say that we are free and we own things.
Same here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, as Stephen was saying that with the jobs and everything, the vacancies, it's difficult this side. You know, when you are melanated as us, it's difficult unless if you know people, and it's rare that you find that you know somebody in the parliament or you understand somebody in high places. But if you are melanated, just know that you're going to be poor for the rest of your life.
Mm.
Wow.
And do you understand?
I do. I
It's difficult.
understand. Yeah.
I wanted to say
Yes.
to Stephen, I wanted to say to you when you were showing your hurt and your pain, I felt that. You stay
Mm,
encouraged, bro. Stay encouraged. Stay strong, man. You know, because I can only imagine what you've seen, but I know it had to be pretty wild, for you to
mm,
respond like that.
Yeah.
But so just wanted to encourage you on that. But I wanted to ask you all here in
Thank
America.
you.
You're welcome. Here in America, there's a lot of us trying to come over where y'all are. But
mm.
where y'all are y'all wanting to leave and come here or go other places?
Yes, we also want to go to your places. We want to go that side also. We want to
Please
explore. We
don't.
want to see the world. Yes, we want to we want to see the world. We want to go out there and see our fellow brothers and sisters. We want to mingle with them. We want to share our experience, our thoughts that we are having. And we want to teach you the languages that we are using here, that we are talking here, and how to speak, how to respect one another. And like I think Nontle is Zulu, and Tinani is the Xhosa. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But there are certain ways that if you come to my place, and what should we do for you, how should we accept you when you come to my place, and maybe I have to slaughter something that you must eat the traditional food that we have eating, and we celebrate together. So we want to share those thoughts, but it's for us, it's so uh we financially broke. We can't say, hey, I can go see Robert that side, I can go and see my other brother that side. It's a problem for us, but we will be
For
happy to
me,
go and visit you, or you guys can come to our side.
Let me say this. It's a
um,
problem for some of us too because a lot of our brothers and sisters that's on the continent think, and I'm not saying you guys, but it's a lot of our brothers from my experience because I've talked to a few. It's a lot of our brothers and sisters think that black Americans, we all have money too because we're American.
Yes,
But it
yes,
is
yes,
not that way. It is not that
yes,
way.
yes,
I promise you. Some of us are more fortunate than others, but we don't necessarily. The majority of us don't necessarily have monies
it's
per
the
se.
same like here. It's the same
Yeah,
like here.
because
It's not all of it's not
our people are oppressed all over the globe wherever we are in similar like fashions. Okay,
yes,
I'll give you and I'm gonna give you a chance to talk, Rob and Steve, and Sister Yahoo. I'll give you an example how it is here with us. A lot of us sometimes, not all the time, but the majority of the times. I used to say a mobile and modular homes, you know, and I don't know. There's I think you guys pay everything in cash. We have a credit system here. You understand what I'm saying? We have a
we
yes.
credit.
also have.
Y'all have that too. Okay, and I would run people credit and see what they what's available for them.
Nonche.
That's Nonchi calling back.
Nonche.
Nonchi.
Nonche.
The
No
Zulu.
Zulu.
understand.
Zulu.
The Zulu girl.
Where is she? Where is she?
Back.
Nonchi.
Is
I
she back?
answered her.
Let me see. She ain't showing none yet.
She ain't showing yet. She's coming in though. Nonchi. I like her. But and to show you the unfairness, and we're always going to have that. I don't see
Yeah.
her. But
She'll pop up.
let her call back. I'll get rid of this and let her call back. Okay.
Where is Tunani? Is Tunani around?
No, he. I guess his. Okay, she's
I don't think
calling.
his network is working properly. He said he was having some troubles with
All
it.
Mm.
right,
I'm trying to bring you on,
all right.
Donchi. I'm trying to bring you on. But you know, I used to sell mobile and modular homes. I used to sell homes, and you could have this black guy. He's running a credit score of maybe 700. You know what I mean? That's really good here.
Yes.
And then the white guy is running a credit score of the same. They have the same everything. It just matches. But they will still give our people, the banks, will still give our people a higher, they'll charge us more interest than they would like you
Interesting. Yeah.
guys
The
say, the
redneck.
redneck. I'm not saying what I think. I'm saying what I know is a fact because I was there and seen a lot of that. You know, so we're treated unfairly all over the globe. And that's just the way it is until Yahuwah come and get us. That's the reason
Oh, I
we have
can't
to.
wait for that day.
What you talking about, sister? That's
I
gonna be.
can't wait for the gathering. Yo, I can't wait.
And that's when
I'm
you
tired of
know.
that one. Serious. I'm
Yes,
tired of this.
I am so
Serious.
tired of it. My son, I know he's listening, and he might not want me to say, but I'm gonna say it. He done wrote a song with those type words in it, and he's not gonna release it yet. He said, "Yahuwah, I need you. I'm so tired of Egypt. We're so tired of
Serious.
Egypt." On a
Serious.
serious
Oh,
note, you know, but
mm-mm.
it's awful for the Negro everywhere. It's awful. But some of us, you know, we I want to get back to what he asked because I think that we've been told that a lot of Africans don't like African Americans, so to speak. I hate to call myself that, but just for the sake of the conversation, a lot of Africans don't like African Americans, and I understand
I don't
why.
think so.
In some cases, I understand why because we are Americans, we have adopted the ways. Many of us have adopted the ways of the land of our captivity, just like Deuteronomy said, and we're arrogant,
Mm,
because we think many of us think that we're more than you guys, and we have it going on because we
mm,
might have $5 more than y'all.
true.
You know what I mean? And I
Yes,
don't
yes,
like that crap.
yes.
I do not like that crap. I don't. I don't subscribe to that kind of stuff because I love my people no matter where they are. No matter where they are, I love my people.
Um,
Go ahead.
can I add my opinion to that?
Sure.
I would agree partially with you.
You
Us
were
that are
what?
westernized this side, the South Africans, the Zimbabweans, the Namibians, the Botswanas, and all of those people. I believe what I've experienced. Most of our black people this side, they want to be like you. I don't think that they don't like you. But the ones there on top from Malawi, Sudan, and all of those, the people that are still strongly in their culture, the
Yeah.
ones that are mostly living in the villages, I believe that those are the ones that do not like the westernized ways of living. Those are the ones that you can say that do not like you, if I can put it in that way. But
Okay.
us on top,
Yes.
on our side, most of the people here, they want to be like you. Do you
Why?
understand? Because they feel, as you as you say, they feel that you got money and you are accepted with the white people that side. Do you
We are
understand?
not
So
Can
I
I
think
accepted.
they want to be like you in that way.
can I add can I add on my sister's words there? She's telling the whole truth that most of us wants to be like the Americans, like
Yeah.
you that side, because of the way that you dress, the way that you speak, the way that you sing, the way that everything that you do. And most of the people that we can say, she did mention it, that is those people that side that don't like, maybe like you or like you or not, but and even the celebrities that you are having. And even if you come this side, when you have shows here, music shows, we will all go to your shows. Jonathan Butler shows, uh, R. Kelly shows, whoever is coming this side. Hundreds of people will attend that shows because of they like the Americans. They love the Americans. South African people are respectable people and they love people. They will treat you well if you come this side. They will treat you with respect. They will show you dignity. They will show you the trust that we are having in you. So the people that are having this, let me say, mistreating you people that side. I don't know what's happening with them because of you are not a redneck. The rednecks are the people that like Trump. We have to hate that Trump that we are calling that Trump. We have to hate him. He's the one who said he don't want to mingle with South Africans. He don't want to supply us with anything anymore. And if you want to fight back, you will show us what fight means. I don't care about
No,
Trump. I don't know who's Trump. And Trump is somebody that I don't trust, I don't like, I don't see, I don't know, and I don't know if you like him. I don't know if you like him. But
no,
I don't like
no.
Trump.
Paris. What is the first time you
You
been?
asked a question. You asked a question, brother, asking that would we like to go that side? My personal opinion, I used to.
Kamala.
Yes. But before I that was the time where before I got into truth. But now recently when I found out that Babylon is that side, Egypt is nope, I'm
Yeah.
okay here.
I'm
No,
telling
no,
you,
no. I'm fine
America,
here.
America is Babylon's base.
Yes.
This is the
Yes.
headquarters
I'm
here.
okay.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
if you
okay
read
this
the
side.
yeah, if you read the scriptures in Revelations, the way it describes Babylon,
Yep.
America,
Yep.
America.
I'm
So
okay in my poverty. I'm okay where I am here. Yahuwah carries me every day. He
yeah,
carries me. He provides for me every day.
right.
I'm okay here.
Yeah,
Honestly speaking, I used to long to go there, because everybody wants to go that side. There's a lot of opportunities,
yeah,
it is called the land of opportunities anyway. So I wanted to go there, but now, nope,
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Babylon
okay.
will give you opportunities. That's why the merchants and stuff is gonna cry and fall
Yep,
all out when she's
yep,
destroyed because their money
yep,
makings is over with. They're getting rich
yes,
off of Babylon. It's over with. So yeah, it has a lot of
yes.
opportunities here, but you have to give your soul for it sometimes. You have to
No,
trade it.
exactly. And
Yeah, yeah.
no, 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 no. I'm not gonna play like that.
No, 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 no. I would love at some point. I plan to travel to Africa because of what I have going on there. And but the thing that I think about the most, will it be a culture shock for me? How will I, you know,
How do you respond to it?
how would I respond to it? Because there are certain things perhaps that we're used to here, in
Mm,
Babylon, that we won't be able to have. Maybe I don't know. You know what I'm saying? In
mm,
on the continent, because I'm telling you,
yeah.
even though we've been mistreated and did wrong and killed and raped and all of that, we're
You are
still
also
some.
spoiled.
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was
Yes,
about to say.
yes.
I mean, I have.
Yes, very
And I would
spoiled.
also encourage you to take a risk. I would encourage you to take a risk to come to Africa because when we are gathered, it's going to be way different to what you are used to. It
Yeah.
won't be as comfortable as you are used to.
Right.
So coming this side, I think it will also broaden your horizon of
Yes.
thinking, of you understanding the wilderness.
Yes.
Yes, I would
Yeah.
advise you to come just to
And,
explore.
and I would love that. I would love that. When I was in the Christian church, we used to have this thing that we call the General Assembly, and all the
Mm,
nations, wherever that church was, all the nation will come together, intervene here in America. You know what I mean? And we used to go there, and it would be like 10 to 20,000 people from every culture. And I would, and I love people, so I would leave my hotel room, get in the elevator and just go down and just meet other people, not
Hmm.
from the U.S. I wasn't interested in the U.S. people because I know them, the white and the black. I was interested in our
Mm.
people that was in the other nations. Always have been, even before I was
Yes.
awakened. I was interested in other so-called black people. You know what I mean? And that's
Mm.
what I would do. That's what I do. And I met all
That's
kind
how
of people. Go ahead. Go ahead.
that's how you are going to know how other people are living in South Africa, and what are they going through, how are they surviving. If you explore with them, if you explore and go to other places like Zimbabwe, and what are they eating, what are they doing, how are they socializing, those things, it will be a good thing for you to explore.
Yeah,
Mm.
I believe that. I believe that, you know. But man, I tell you, you had some questions, Rob.
Uh-uh. That was the main one. That was
That
one of
was
the
the
main
main
ones.
one.
Yeah.
You know, but I feel for our people. I love our people everywhere. I mean, I do. It has been a pleasure talking with you guys this morning. It really has,
Same.
and I'm looking
Mm.
forward to this again if we can make that happen. You know, and just
Yes.
explore other things, and you know, we have talked about a lot of things, but to even explore
Mm.
other things, you know,
Yeah.
and stuff concerning our people. You know, again, I would love to come there, but I mean, no, take the butt out.
When we gonna go?
Yes, take it out, take it out.
Let's take the butt out. Uh,
Yes.
I'm eventually is going to have to come there, you know, and
Yeah.
I have to find out the things that Trump did to prevent me from going there and to prevent y'all from coming over. You know, he have done say certain things
Yeah, he might let you go over and make you stay.
Mm.
because I think that he make you stay. I
Yeah.
heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that some of our people traveled over there and couldn't get back.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Couldn't get back.
Yeah, I heard something about the flights to Africa has been suspended or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. All
and
because
some
of
and some some and some of our people are that side, they can't come through. Some of their documents were being withheld by Trump, so they can't come through also to South Africa. They can't even go to the embassy.
and he's doing all of that. It just show you how low down the Edomites are. He's just doing that because your South African president have signed into law about that land, taking that land back
Mm.
and giving it to the rightful
Yes.
owners. So that's why he's
Yes.
doing a lot of that, and plus what Ibrahim Traore
If it's
doing
here,
in Burkina Faso. You know, Africa is rising
delivering.
up. Africa is standing up, and the people need to
Yes.
unite. They need to
Mm-hmm.
unite just like we do over here. So many of us are still despondent with one another, you know. I mean, because these are the work that the colonizers have done. And if they could keep us separate, they could rule forever. But we know that the Gentile rule is rapidly winding up. And Yahuwah will have his people first again. We just got to be about his
Yep.
business and wakening up the still many of us that are still asleep. That's
Yes.
all. But I think it's gonna be great. And oh, Yahuwah, come and get us. Come and get us. That
Oh.
apartheid thing is was very difficult for you guys. This slavery thing is very difficult for us because we still see many remnants of it even in America today. Many. Even how our people act. You know, when I raised my son, you know, over here, I don't know if it was that way with y'all over there, but over here, even in the 50s and 60s and 70s and stuff like that, you know, they couldn't even look. White people wouldn't even allow you to look them in the eye if you was black. Was it like that there? When you spoke to them, when you spoke to them over here, you had to keep your head down, sir and sir, and all that kind of stuff. Was it like that over there?
Yes, it was like that. Yes, and
And
some of the places are still happening now. You have to bow your head. You have to bow and say, "Sir, madam, can I do what?" Especially our people who are domestic. Most of them who are domestic workers, they still being treated like that. They have to say, "Sir, madam," and when they go inside that house, they must bow their head and say, "Sir, what?"
Take a rod.
It's still happening.
It's still happening. And see, and that's why I raised. Bob, you gonna take her? Okay. And see, that's why I
Yeah,
raised
Bob.
my son. I raised my son to. I don't care who you're addressing, black or white. You look them in the eye. You look them in the eye when
Mhm.
you're talking to them, especially,
You have to.
especially the Edomite. Don't ever show, even act or look like you are inferior to them. You know, so
Yes,
it's
yes,
a lot of us over here is rising up now. But I loved reading about how the youth stood up over there. You know,
Yes.
how the youth stood up over there against the apartheid and all this kind of stuff. I got a question though. Was you guys totally, and this is not to defame anyone, because I know Nelson Mandela was famous and this here and that. Was you guys totally, can I say this? Totally, did you guys think that he was fair when he ruled?
nope,
No, no,
nope,
not
Okay.
at all.
nope.
Nelson Mandela
Nelson
was a
Mandela,
Freemason.
He
Nelson
was.
He
Mandela was
sold
a
us out.
traitor.
When they
He
talking,
sold
He
us
was a
out.
they
Freemason.
talking now. So I knew they are talking now. Cause I read something
Huh?
like that. Nelson Mandela
Yes, he
wasn't
sold
what
us
all he
out.
cut out to be.
He was
No,
not. He
he
was
sold
not
us
a
out
saint.
completely.
He sold us out because of the Mandela that we know. Never salute with the left hand. He also uses his right hand and say "Viva." And Nelson Mandela's wife betrayed Nelson Mandela and have children with other comrades, other leaders, and say the other children are
Winnie.
Mandela's children. Yes, Winnie. So Roli Shasha, he was a boxer. It's Roli Shasha Nelson Mandela. And he sold us out by other things that we were supposed to get in that freedom that is he mentioned and say the freedom we are going to get is that we must get everything. But Nelson Mandela didn't give us everything.
He
Some
was
other
a
things,
Freemasonry.
He was a Freemason.
yes,
Yes,
that's
he was
it.
a
Oh
Freemasonry.
That
man,
Yeah, I read
that
about that.
Boule.
Yep.
I read about that.
Yes.
So
He's a gatekeeper.
people
He
like
was a
that.
house like
People
he was
like
a
that.
house lady.
Right.
He was a
House
widow.
Yes.
lady. House slave.
Yes.
And people like that,
Wow.
they give the appearance that they're doing their people right while they are
Yep.
still under the white rule and doing what they say.
I seen something,
Yep.
and I seen his word connected to communism.
I
So I was afraid to ask him that because I didn't want to offend him.
no, ask them, man.
No,
That's the only way we're gonna know.
yeah.
You know,
no,
but
you're not offending anyone. You have to ask, and then if you can answer you, we will answer you. If we know, we will give you the answer. If we don't, we can't. But the things that we know is that happened here. There are some other what do you say communities that we call forgotten suburbs that our politicians here they were born in that suburbs like number two it's a place not far from where I'm staying, but we call it number two. It's a forgotten suburb. That suburb is being forgotten by our fellow comrades, the comrades that grow up there. But if you can see that houses there in number two, it's Newtown. Those houses have been built with bricks, clay, clay and sand. There is no back, what do we call, uh, um,
Bricks.
those bricks, yes, the bricks. There are no stones. Those houses are only with soil, what. But it's a forgotten suburb. The leaders that are born there, they don't want to go out and help that place and say, let's help that place. Maybe if I can ask one elder, Aurora. Sorry. Aurora is Susan's mom. Sorry. She will explain better than me.
Mm-hmm.
She will explain better than me, and she knows better than me. But I know
Yeah,
number two because of my parents are also from number two. My parents are
Number
yeah.
two.
So
also from
basically,
there.
what Stephen is saying,
Yes.
as I said before, we Nelson Mandela sold us out. We got our so-called freedom, but not in everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
We voted
Yes.
for
Same here.
him. It was voted for him so he can get us freedom in all in every way possible. But he only got us our freedom,
Yeah.
and then he enjoyed whatever he was given. He basically he sold us out. That's it. He didn't fight for us. I believe it's the same with Martin Luther King. That side, they seem like they are fighting for
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
but they are not actually. They are the house slaves or the of the white people, taking commands from them what to
That's
do
true.
and what not to do.
You can use your phone.
So he
That's
sold
on
us out.
YouTube.
He was a
Oh, here, here,
Freemason.
here, 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 here. Yeah, and you know, we have a comment here, and um, and it says that he sold you guys out like MLK sold us out. Martin Luther
Yes.
King.
Yes.
And a lot of
Yep.
our
Yes.
people, just like I'm sure a lot of you, your people, won't agree with you what they are saying, what you are saying about Nelson Mandela. A lot of our people won't agree with us what we are saying about Martin Luther King because they are our heroes, so to speak. But they
So-called
sold us
heroes.
out.
Yeah. And those people are walking with their eyes wide shut.
Exactly. And their ears closed,
Hmm.
because they don't want to know truth.
Yep.
Because I
Yep.
have read that about Nelson Mandela, that he wasn't really
Hmm.
on the up and up, and he really didn't do what he needed to do for his own people,
Nope.
you know.
Nope.
And but that's still to show you that the Gentiles are still ruling. They
Yeah.
are able, and the reason why they are able to buy us out all the time, and we agree with them to betray our own people for a few cents or whatever, is because we've never had anything. Well, I'm not gonna say
Mm.
never, because we was once
Definitely.
royalty and had
Yes.
everything,
We will
but
want to.
they are
Yes.
so easy. We are so easy to sell out because they have made us poor, and now they're buying us back.
Mm.
And I
Mm.
think that we need to resist the bribes. Yahuwah give us strength to resist the bribes. But a lot of the things that is happening on the continent, period, is because there's a lot of the presidents in on the continent. A lot of them are Hamites.
Yes.
Many people doesn't know that, and I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't been told that by a very, very, very intelligent West African person.
Mm.
And they said that
Yes.
the majority of the leaders and presidents here, they are Hamites, and they know that that the tribes of Israel are there. So they're still ruling and selling us out. Don't you know? Okay, we're the diaspora, right? Over here in America and in other places around the world. It was mostly the majority of the Hamites that caught us for the slave traders and brought us. We
Yeah.
really can't say that, okay, you guys, we can't say that we're home here, even though we was born
Mm.
here. Many of our people that are still ignorant think this is home. This is not home. And
Mm.
we don't, I'm not going to use the word deserve, but we have to get our mind off of uh, equal rights here. Unlike you guys, don't have to get your minds off equal rights, or the same rights as anyone else, because that's your land. We're not in our land. Y'all understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So because
You belong here. You
yeah,
belong here.
yeah,
That's why they call you African Americans. You
right,
belong in Africa.
yeah,
Yes, you belong in
yeah.
Africa with us.
Let me see what you guys think about this right here. can I ask this? Do you guys think there's a tribe there that is called the Limba tribe, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Where are they?
Where I read about some the Limba
Matlak.
tribe is the ones that still keep the Hebrew traditions, right?
Yes, all
Yeah,
of them.
I'm not sure. Yeah, isn't it in Zimbabwe?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I think it's in Zimbabwe. I read something about it.
No
I
man.
think it's in Zimbabwe.
But this, let me see. This,
Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe or Namibia.
he's the man.
Sorry for
He's the real man of Yahuwah. All right. Now, this, I mentioned to you Ben Yah Israel. He interviewed one of the elders or chiefs of the Limba tribe, and the chief told him what Limba means. Did I mention that to you, sister, the other day?
Yeah, yes, Baba. I can hear you.
I said, did I mention to you the other day what
No, 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 you
okay.
haven't.
And
No, you haven't.
he said that one of the chiefs told him what limba means. And it meant not from Africa. Wow. I
Limba.
think I think your volume went out, Sister Sue. Sue Yahoo. I can't hear you. I think she gotta go charge that
Can
battery.
you hear me now?
Yes. I can hear you now. And that's what
You
he
saying that
said. Huh?
the lumber tribes means not from Africa.
That's what he said that chief told him. And he said, and all of
Wow.
our people that is in the continent, that is in Africa, if you would read Second Esdras 13, the 13th chapter, Second Esdras 13, and it'll show you that migration pattern. And I'm wanting to say into Africa. You know, man, I don't even want to get into this because I'm going to get. I know people are going to say, well, that ain't the land. This is not the land, and Ethiopian is the land, or that little slither of Israel that the fake Jews are at. That's the land, and all that kind of stuff. But no. But that's what the Limba chief said means not from Africa.
Wow.
So what that tells me is this, and we're getting into some stuff. We're gonna have to go here in a minute. What that tells me is that even you guys, if it's true, even you guys are in the land of your captivity.
Yes.
That's
No,
what it
that
tells me.
I know of, especially here, us here in South Africa.
Yeah.
South
Bec-
Africa was previously not occupied up until is it in the 1500s or something?
the lower half.
Up until the Khoisan.
Yes, the
Yes.
upper half was occupied by Ham
Yes.
and all them guys.
Yes.
But the lower half,
Yes.
the mid lower half was not occupied.
Yes.
And that's what Second
Yes.
Esdras, I believe, deal with.
Yes.
You know, it says in the 10th tribe, it says the Most High calmed those floods and so that they could cross over, and they cross Euphrates and all that, and he calmed the floods, and they walked through that land, and it took them a year and a half to get
Wow.
where they was going, because
Yeah.
they was, I don't know, that can be. I don't like debates. I just say what I say and try to learn what I learn. I don't like debating anything. But if you read Second
Yeah.
Esdras, and just like I was mentioning to you, there are some that think that our land is where that little slither of Israel is, but it's vast. It's going out to the east, on down, where the Ishmaelites is, Saudi Arabia, China, India, Japan. All
Yeah.
of that is the children of Israel's land. All of that. Even Australia. So all of that going across east there is our land. That's what I heard some people say. But Second Esdras,
Yeah.
you ever read Second Esdras 13?
Not yet. I have not touched the book of Ezra yet.
Read it. Not just Esdras, but Second Esdras.
Okay.
Second Esdras, the 13th chapter.
Yes.
And it'll just open our eyes up on some things. And what Ibrahim Traore is doing now is fulfilling, I believe, and I told you this, is fulfilling Ezekiel 37. Because
Yeah.
Ibrahim Traore, Burkina Faso, and all those parts over there in Mali, they are of the tribe of Judah. But now the 10 tribes is in the lower half of Africa, on over. We're mixed in there, so that's why he even appealed to the diaspora, us. I seen the clip where he's appealing to us here in the United States and around the world, and he's asking us to come back home. We are one people. He
Wow.
is, yeah. And I've seen clips where he's talking to the president in South Africa, you guys, president. He's trying to bring it all together, and I think this is the Most High. That's the reason I say we're almost at the end of our oppression,
Yeah.
because
We
prophecy
are.
is actually being fulfilled. Ezekiel 37 is actually being fulfilled, and they have come up.
Praise Yahweh.
Yeah, the scripture says that an enzyme will be lifted up. They have come up with an
Mm.
enzyme. Mali,
Mm.
Niger, and Burkina Faso, and this tree. I can't. You have to read about the significance of it, and it has 3 stars. That guy Judah the Hebrew explains it very well. She's calling. Okay, let me see, can we get her on, because we're about to go. I can't get her on for you. There she go. There that Zulu lady is.
I'm back.
That Zulu.
Is
All
Nonta
I'm
praise to
back?
the
back.
Most High.
Nonta, welcome back.
Oh, he said welcome back.
Yeah,
Actually, my phone battery died. I
yeah.
was at my
You
sister's
must
house
go.
for the time, so now I'm home.
Okay, good
Yes,
So
you
deal.
I'm
must
back.
go.
Good deal. So it
You
might
must
be a
go
little
bury
Yeah.
quiet
that
for
battery.
Sorry.
her. It might be a little
You
quiet for
must
I
her.
was
go
go
bury
on.
that battery alive.
So
What
I
did,
can't
what did
hear
you
you.
what did you say, Stephen?
You must go and bury that battery alive.
What you
Oh,
say?
the last time I charged, it was in the morning. So I'm not surprised it went off.
What time is it there?
I
11.
story, my baby.
They said it was three
Okay.
something there.
Whoa.
We've been on 2 hours, so it's probably pushing 6 o'clock
It's
there.
pushing it's pushing 6 o'clock there, isn't it?
Hey, it's 6 o'clock here.
6 o'clock there.
Yeah, so we've been
Hey,
on 2 hours.
we're gonna have to let y'all go. We have held y'all a long time. A long
Yeah,
time.
it has
Yes,
been a while.
I'm also
But
tired.
But it was
but
very nice. Yeah, I enjoyed every bit of it.
I really want to do
I
this
missed
again.
out. I
Yes.
missed
What you
out.
gonna do? Tell me you do it again. What you gonna do?
We'll do it again, and we'll hit some
Yeah.
other subjects and stuff, because I think this has been quite interesting. It has
Yeah.
been.
Yes,
Yeah.
very
It,
interesting.
it's, it's been quite interesting to me, and for some of the people to, and I'm glad you cleared that up, and hopefully they got it, Sue, about
Hmm.
you guys are not Hamites.
Yes.
I don't
I'm
listen.
so
I don't
happy.
doubt.
Finally, it's cleared out.
Right. I don't doubt that there are some Hamites in the area.
Yes, they are.
They're all over too. But you guys are not Hamite because you look too much like us.
Yeah.
For people to think that you guys are Hamites, they can say the same thing about
It's
us. They can say
hilarious.
we are Hamites.
Honestly,
You
it's
look like one of my
hilarious.
dad's friends.
Hey, Stephen. Robin said that
Yeah.
you look like one of his dad's friends.
Yeah, you look like one of my dad's friends. Yeah, yeah. I said, all
Seriously.
y'all look like y'all from around the way. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
you look like you're just from around the way. You know.
Uh,
I don't know. I read somewhere. That some of the slaves, when they brought the slaves over here, they split. They took our babies and children, and sometimes their wife. They split us up and took us to different plantations. They split the family
yeah.
up. They did a lot of
Yeah.
that. And I read somewhere, I don't know if it's true or not, that they even took some of us back to the continent, back to the
Yes.
continent for whatever reason. Maybe that's why y'all look so much still looking like us. I don't know. Maybe we're eighth cousins or something. I don't know.
It's
Maybe
possible, you
maybe
know,
I'm from there.
as the book of
I'm from
Deuteronomy
there.
says.
Yeah, yeah.
Stephen, you say you from here?
He said maybe he from over here.
I think so. I think so.
You look like one of your dad's friends, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
this girl here looks just like you.
Serious.
Man, my
It,
first cousin.
Yeah.
But this one right here
You
looks
you know,
must
like
it's
ask
you.
your best
possible,
friend
right?
to call me.
Huh?
You
I'm
must
saying
ask your
it's
best friend
possible
to
that
call me.
really that
What do you say? She transfer
it's
powers.
Trudy said he looks like someone I know.
And that's one of our what you call him?
Just say Facebook friend.
One of our Facebook friends says, Stephen, you also look like someone she knows.
Serious.
You might be
It's always
You
famous.
might be
I
famous.
am.
And
it's
listen to
always the
me.
case.
And this sister that is saying
It's always
this
the case.
and this sister that is saying this about you, Stephen, she's actually
Yes.
from the tribe of Gad.
Yo.
She's actually from the tribe
Yo.
of Gad. She traced her ancestry.
Okay.
She traced it back to the tribe of Gad. That was one of Yaakov's sons of the 12 tribes. And I thought that was just
maybe
so.
you guys, maybe they are related. Maybe they are related. You never know.
We never know. We are related. We're from the tribe.
We were there.
Somehow we are
As you
related.
Deuteronomy,
Huh?
Deuteronomy
as you have
twenty-eight
mentioned.
forty-one.
Deuteronomy
Deuteronomy
what?
28:41, it reads, "You bring forth sons and daughters, but they are not with you, for they go into captivity."
Mm,
That's
So
exactly what
maybe
I'm
they
mm.
talking
are.
about.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about. Stephen,
Yes.
Stephen, your great great
Yes.
great granddaddy, your great granddaddy went into captivity and
Yes.
became his daddy's friend.
Yes.
And they
Yes.
went
That's
to,
true. That's why I also know him from somewhere. I know him from somewhere.
you know. He said he know you from somewhere.
Hey, I'm gonna come through in a little while. I'll be down there. I'll be down there.
Yeah.
I'm friends with his dad.
Yeah, your friend was his dad. Your great granddaddy was friend. His daddy is friends with your daddy, but they go way back from that.
That'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah, that'll
Okay, that'll work. It's all good, family. I tell you, we love y'all, and we're gonna do this again. I mean, even if you
Yes.
guys, you don't have to wait for me. Just I host it, so just get a hold of me. So y'all, if you want to say something or do something, get a hold of me, and we'll go online and collaborate and do it together. Same for you,
Nanchi.
Nanchi.
Nonche.
Nanke.
Nanchi.
Did you
I'm gonna
just say
have.
Nanji?
Nanchi.
You gotta forgive me. I mean no harm. I don't, but I'm just terrible with
I
names.
understand. I
And
understand.
same with you, Stephen.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we just go at it.
Steven's an OG.
Stephen is OG. You know
Yeah.
what OG? You know what OG means, Stephen?
He's an OG.
Yeah.
You see what he
Old
doing?
timer.
OG.
Old
You
timer.
doing that?
OC.
OG.
OC.
Original gangster.
Original gangster.
Original gangster.
Yeah.
Original gangster. I
Ah.
tell you, I've so enjoyed you guys. And Zulu, I hate you missed a little bit of it. I'm just gonna have to say
Yeah.
Zulu.
That big sis.
Big sis.
That big sis.
Big sis. I got you. All right. I love you
Yeah,
We
guys.
carry cheers.
And I'm gonna
we
give
have
you
to
some
thank
last
Steve.
words. I'm gonna give you some last words, and then we're gonna just take it off. But remember this: contact me anytime if you have something on your mind, and we're gonna make it happen. You have something you want
Yeah.
to say to our people, and I know that you can go on a live for your own with your own, this and that. But I just like to be a part of it. So I'm giving you that freedom to do it, and this here and that. So let me hear last words from you, Nancha.
Nanchi.
Nanche.
Nanchi. Yeah.
Nanche. Let me hear
Nonsense.
last words from you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. It was really nice having you guys. Though I missed out a lot.
Yeah.
But surely we'll still carry on talking. Maybe tomorrow or in the next 2 days. I don't know, but I'm hoping because everything has to be cleared up. There's a lot we need to talk about.
There's a lot we need to talk about. And see,
Yeah,
and that's why I want to come back together because we have the opportunity to clear a lot of stuff up, and we don't know how many of our people will begin to hear this and consider and
I think it's
consider.
best we draft question, whatever topics we want to talk about, and then
Yeah,
whenever
we
we
get
meet,
together.
we
We
talk
get
about those things.
Got you.
yeah,
That's good because we all over the place right now, aren't we?
yeah. We be,
We
And
are
that's
scattered all
and that's the
over.
way and that's the way I usually am. You know, I have I used to tell our people at the assembly here that we have here. I usually have so much down on the inside of me, and I'm just trying to get it all out here and there, here and there. So it's hard for me to kind of like organize it and talk about one
Mm,
subject because this comes to mind, so I have to hit that. You know what I mean? So that's just the way that I am.
yeah.
You know, but I feel you on that. Jot some stuff down. You know, I'm gonna leave that to you. Jot some stuff down that
Okay.
we think we need to clear up, and we'll talk about it on another date. Come on, Sister Sue. Give us some last words and how you feel and what you want to do next.
I just want to thank the Most High for this opportunity. I have been in Palal, in Tapala, that this would happen, clearing up all of this confusion and debate and everything. I thank Yahuwah for that. And I'm looking forward to much more. I really enjoyed this. Really, I had a lot, and it was nice. It was incredible. Thank you for this for considering me to do this with you. I really appreciate it.
Amen. Akan, we appreciate you.
Hope to add more people.
Hope to add more people. I could add up to 10 people. I
Yeah.
could add up to 10 people. You know, so next time we won't take Robin out of his bed. We'll just add him too.
it don't matter to me.
Come on, Stephen, give us last words. My brother,
Yes,
my
I'm his
Aki.
father's friend.
Yeah. You welcome here,
Thank you.
bro. You welcome here. You can come here. You welcome here.
I will. I will.
Yeah.
First of all, I would like to thank Sister Susan uh, to get me in contact with you guys. And it was so nice to speak to you guys and share our thoughts and the loving persons that we have met today and talked to, even though I don't see Nontle and Trinani, but we will meet and we will talk and share ideas and show how to
We
speak to
should
other
have a
people,
WhatsApp
how
group.
to speak.
We should have a
Sorry?
WhatsApp group.
We should have what group?
WhatsApp
WhatsApp.
group. Yeah,
What's up group?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Yes.
a
Now
WhatsApp.
let me tell you something. You younger people, y'all good with that technology and stuff, and I wouldn't even know how to start a What's Up group. You got to keep in mind, I'm 63 years old. I'm an old man, so I'm
Ah,
not
you
there.
playing. You playing. 63.
Yes, I'm 63 years old.
There you
Black
kidding.
don't crack.
You kidding.
Black don't crack, but
Ah.
You must be joking,
It's
really.
either, it's
You
no,
either,
cannot
I'm
be.
not
it's
joking.
You
I
must
either
be
am
joking. You cannot
I
be
am 63
63.
years old. I am 63 years old, and I became
it's
63 in
either
January. You know, and to make it even more, profound, I should say, I am 7 years from 70.
Hallelujah. That is great.
I
Oh,
think I think
oh,
I
Barak
think you are in the
Yahuwah.
same age group with me. I
Huh?
think you are in the same age group with me. You are
Yeah,
in your 40s, 50 the latest, but not 63.
I get that a lot. I
I'm
really
still
do.
yes,
But
I'm still
I
playing
am.
I ain't
soccer.
gonna ask them how old they think I am. They might say,
How old you think this guy is?
20 something.
man, I'm
He
43.
43. You
43.
kidding.
You guys are well
You
built,
kidding.
honestly.
43.
40, 43?
Yeah,
43.
43.
yeah, yeah.
That's
So
good, my brother. But that's 60 something. I'm not happy with it.
You've been around those rednecks.
You been? She said you've been around them rednecks, Stephen.
He said you've been around the rednecks.
I've been around the rednecks. Oh no. Oh no. I know. I got one more question. Let me ask this question of you guys before you go. Before you go. Given all what has happened over there, okay, now we're not talking about the scriptures because I know what the scripture says, and I'm not downplaying the scriptures, but I want to know what you think. Do you think that we, or even with you, race mix in terms of marriage?
I actually saw
What?
a scripture
Okay,
in
go ahead, Zulu.
I don't think the Most High Yahuwah permits such, honestly. Because when you read the book of Jubilees, even though I forgot the verses, but
That's all right.
I have them on my phone. It's not the right thing because mixing of DNA means you are creating something that the Most High never created.
I agree.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Okay, I agree. What you think, Sister Sue?
I'm also in agreement with what she said now. It's not what the Most High wanted from the start. When he commanded, is it Abraham then, not to mix? No, first of all, it
Moses,
started with
Moses,
from the beginning. It started with Shem.
Moses, not Moses.
After Shem, you commanded the people not to go to the Canaanites, to Canaan's people, down the mountain. I believe that it's not right. It's not
Gotcha.
what the Most High wants. Yes.
Gotcha.
And as she said about the DNA also, we are not supposed to mix DNA
Right. Right.
because
Gotcha.
we are true people and the rest are not true people. So if you mix our DNA, we're going to be half breeds, and that's not what the Most High wants. It's the same with the clothing that He said we must wear.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
wants us to wear
Exactly.
linen, not
Exactly.
But
mix with
you guys
clothing.
even spoke about clothing.
Yeah.
You even spoke about clothing, and I missed out.
We'll do it next time.
Okay, I can share just a bit about.
Watch Stephen.
I can share just a bit about
So
clothing.
so
You
In
have
my
to.
tribe,
so
women are not allowed to wear pants.
Really?
Yeah.
In your whole tribe, women are not allowed to wear pants. Let me come back to you on
Yes.
that. Let me come back to you
Yeah.
on that. Don't look like we're through after
Okay.
all. But I want to know what Stephen thinks. Right?
Yeah. About the mixing.
About the
I've been
mixing.
brought up. I've been brought up to respect everyone. So the mix DNA, whatever, I respect everyone. So I'm not here to judge. I just respect everyone. Whatever is happening, it's happening. But so I can't comment further on that one.
I'm asking you how
I
you
wouldn't get.
feel about it. I know what's happening is happening, but do you think it's right or wrong? Personally,
Do I think is it right or wrong?
yes.
I think it's right. I think it's right. They
You
can do
think it's
whatever they
right?
want to. And
You think it's right to mix?
what was the question actually about? Was it that
Do
The
you
mixing
think
DNA.
that it's right to marry or mix with other races,
interracial.
especially marry?
nope, nope, my brother. You
I
know, it's
figured
a
he
son.
had misunderstood.
It's a son because of we will have to sit and talk again. It's going to be a long story, but it's wrong. It's
Got you.
wrong.
Got you. Okay, now let me
Wrong.
go back
Yeah.
to what you was dealing with. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sue.
No, it's okay. I wanted to say that my battery is also dying now. Is
Your
it?
battery is also
Let me
dying
just
now.
one
I tell you
Yes.
what, we'll keep that. We'll keep all of that. Look
Yeah.
how Zulu look, man. Look how she look. You checking her out.
That's big sis,
She
man.
she like she ready to come on, bring it.
And I'm waiting.
Battery
But it's
charged
fine,
up.
hey? It can be,
Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
yeah.
Nanchi.
No shit.
Nonchi. Let me tell you something, Nonchi. When I said that, you looking like you ready to bring it. And Robin said, and that battery is charged up too.
Battery charged. She ready to go.
We're having the same problem.
Y'all are such
But it can be,
y'all are such
it can be
beautiful
the topic for
people.
another day, hey?
Y'all are such beautiful people, and I promise you, Nanchi, since you talked about the list and all of that, I'm gonna leave it to you to get in touch with me and put together this group again, and we'll pick a time to go at it again. And if you have other things you want to talk about, write them down, and we're just gonna put it out there so our people can hear and get it and begin to consider, you know. And they're gonna know from the day though that you guys, whoever listen to it, that you guys are not Hamites. They're gonna know that today. You know, if they listen to it, because you're not Hamites. And
Thank
shoot, you
you.
look too much like
Not
us.
rednecks.
Huh?
That we're not rednecks, and Nontle must charge your phone the next time we meet again.
Keep those phones charged.
No, I only charged this morning.
You
That
only
was the last
charge.
time I
Please,
charged my phone
Nontle.
in the morning.
Man,
Please,
you be on the
It
Nontle.
went
When we
phone.
have
on.
What's her name? What's her name?
Eva sisindithini DT, the next time ngasicabana yo zihlangana yo, you must charge your phone.
Oh, I'll collect, I will do that.
Please,
Do that
I will
now,
charge
Miss
ngiyacela
next time.
ngoxolo.
Zulu. Have that phone on high
Ngiyacela
charge.
DT.
Have that phone on high charge when we do this again, Miss Zulu.
Okay.
Yeah?
I'll make sure my charger is right next to me. It's
Okay.
plugged on.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go. We love y'all, and
Love you.
may Yahuwah's grace be with you guys. And I'm looking at how to end this thing. Okay. Love you guys. Get
Thanks
back
my
with
brother.
me.
Shalom, shalom.
Don't hesitate to
Thank you.
message
Thanks
me,
my
okay,
brother.
guys? Okay, thank y'all. Don't
Thanks
hesitate
my
to
brother,
message me
and
now, all right?
Okay,
All
we'll
right.
do so.
All right. Love
Shalom.
y'all.
greet my
Love
Bye.
son
y'all.
next
Love you.
Shalom.
next
Shalom.
to you there.
What you say?
Greet my
Huh?
son next to you there.
Hey,
Greet my
you the
son next to
OG.
you.
I got you, bro. I got you.
All right, guys. Love y'all.
Yeah.